Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Man, oh man. So we're going to get some callers in here. Let's everybody get on back up in here. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to give my opinion at this time. I'm going to let the callers come in and give their opinion at this time because I don't want to be the one who is considered biased, which I'm very, I'm very upfront. Uh, I'm not surprised. You know, I'm not surprised at all that this is nothing more than a rally of protest, different, no different than any other rally of protest. The only difference is that they have guns. That's the only difference. There is no other difference. You know what I mean? There is none. What happens at a protest? Every element of a protest is the same everywhere. From Martin Luther King historical March on Selma to the historical march in D.C. Once they reached the location, they would give some speeches. Now, that's not to minimize our brother Martin Luther King, because Martin Luther King, the thing that he did was he told them that it was a march. That's different than this. On this occasion, Grandmaster Jay, he has presented himself as an armed resistance. That's totally different. Which you're armed, but you're not resisting anything. You're armed, but you're not resisting anything. See, now he talk crazy. We won't get out here without killing any goddamn body. Come on, man. Unbelievable. Absolutely. Martin Luther King, at least he told the people what the true mission was. Martin Luther King said we're going to march on Selma. We're going to march this place. We're going to march this place and that place. Look at this. Big bro was wobbling. They got, hey, they ain't that small though. They got a couple people with them though. We gotta give them that. He was able to hold on to some. He was able to recruit some new numbers. We got to give him that. Listen. Let's not come off as like we hate it. He did what he was able to maintain or recruit some new numbers. You know what I mean? They're a little raggedy around the edge. I mean, let me stop. Look at him. This is a part of history. We ain't never seen these type of Negroes in these parts. These Negroes got real guns. Honey, you think we can get a couple of them guns? No, baby, now you be quiet. Worrying about getting no guns. We gotta go work on Monday. You worrying about some guns. These people from up north. They's from up north. They don't play by the same rules. People are not going to tolerate the things that have been tolerated for so long. Our ancestors fought for every right of us to have the rights to do things as an American citizen, as the Constitution states. We won't be
be denied anymore. This is a stand of solidarity. Everybody's out here to express themselves.
I don't mind if I drove up as Moorish scientist. You ain't much of a scientist, are you? Let me explain something to you, Mr. Moorish scientist.
So we're all out here in solidarity.
Those who would side with something like that is as intelligent as you are. And I'm going to keep it to you a buck, because all the signs are there that this guy is an agent. So if you think me giving a presentation would draw his numbers up, that means you're just insane as him. In fact, if it wasn't for me, there probably would be more people there that's getting facial recognitions and getting themselves set up to be locked up, even murdered 3 or 4 years from now, and a possibility. So Moorish scientists, you ain't nothing scientists about you. You just a mo. You ain't no scientist, you a mo. You a mo. Hey Mo. You slow mo. Down no mo. Just a mo. Tell me you're a Moorish scientist. Science what?
Thank you very much.
Look at him. Black power. Now you go and put them guns away.
So the NFAC is now going back to the starting location of March. And
so let's.
Apologies with the rally. It was kind of difficult to get in
So
and out. There was, I guess, some orders saying that once you're out, you're out. But it didn't matter.
Oh, so he was saying that once he out, you out in the rally.
As soon as I went to the front, which is why I went until we get back to the starting location.
You follow me?
And if you guys have questions, I will take a look on YouTube.
Let me stop him real quick. So he was saying that, you know, once you out, you out. If you in the rally.
I'll try my best to get some more interviews. And
so let me I'm gonna just put the link in there real quick. I didn't want to catch all of him, but let me see. And I'm looking up here because I got a monitor up here too. So, but all they doing, you know what I mean? It's a sideshow. It's looking good. It's looking good. A good sideshow. But anybody that want to hit the link, you're welcome to hit the link. I want to hear what you have to say. You know what I mean? All right, everybody down. Everybody down. Everybody down. Everybody down. Mikey said that. Everybody down. Good goodness and gracious. All right, one knee. Hey, hold on. Before I get all the smoke up here, let me start this feed. Before I get my brother I want all the smoke up here. Hey, bro. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna keep it. Oh, I ain't mean to do that. Hold up. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure we don't do. We gotta keep it going in case something jump off. I'm gonna mute it though. Hey, hey, family. Hold up 1 second. Everybody down. Everybody down. Y'all gonna say I'm goofy. Hey, y'all get mad at me. I don't even care anymore. I'm done with the story now. I proved my point. I'm done. I got a few people that's gonna come on next week, and then I'm done. I'm done. I mean, everybody down. Everybody down. Is this the Loretta Hotel scene? Oh my goodness, man. This is ridiculous, man. We got the black bike on that demonstration, man. Let me let my brother in. Let me see. Let's get some commentary.
Assalamu alaikum, my brother.
The building. The link is in the chat, family. I just want to hear your views. I'm crazy with it. I'm gonna play around with it because it's exactly what I said. This is show. This has nothing to do with freedom. This has nothing to do with liberation. It's a show. That's all it is. You follow me? This is not going to solve anything. You know what I mean? This is not going to change anything. It is what it is. But with that being said, I have my brother here. I want all smoke. What's happening, brother?
Assalamu alaikum, my brother.
Alaikum salam. Talk to
Yeah,
me.
man, Cryptonomics made a good point, boy.
I didn't catch it. I was watching the feed and trying to, narrate some of the stuff back because the feed was so horrible. But what the crypto said, crypto on
He
point.
talking about crypto was talking about that he taking he trying to take over like the Black Panther Party and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he trying to get them hemmed up in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, bro, but the way it does make sense the way he put it out there though.
Well, um, when the new Black Panther Party, I think they reorganized the new Black Panther Party. If I'm not mistaken, they reorganized in Texas. You follow me? And the
Yeah,
first thing that he said was, "Give us Texas." You follow me? Also, we got to remember that Clay Higgins said that. Oh, I didn't know it was you. I thought it was a militia in Texas. And
well, he
so,
thought was thinking that it was the 5-star general out of Texas, the big dude.
absolutely, absolutely. And so, when you look at that and you look at the new Black Panther Party, as well as the split within the new Black Panther Party and all the splits that they have, everywhere that there's a large membership of Black Panthers, that's the cities that he hit, seemed like it. So it makes sense. And then he went to Hashim homecoming service, and man, they was all suspect there. And I got first-hand account that they was all suspect of him. So,
Yeah, that's I felt
but
bad
they
for them
had to be
brothers, man.
racist too, though. That was the
Yeah, I
word.
felt yeah, I felt bad for them brothers too, man, because they really sincere about the move. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and I be seeing it, dog. You know what I mean? I feel bad for them, bro, because they're moving with a movement that's not really, it's not gonna really solve anything. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, and
Right,
I just hope you know what I mean that God, the Most High, Allah, whoever you want, whichever way everybody praises God, bro, that people open their eyes, bro. That's why I sent you that thing today, where there's always loopholes in the law, man. That's why people don't understand when it comes as the law. You know what I mean? Like it's a perfect example is they got animal rights activists categorized as terrorists. You know what I'm
right,
saying? They got uh, the brother from Dallas. They try to bamboozle him. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And people don't know that you need a whole community to move as one in order to change the loophole in the law, like the Native Americans did to get your own land and get everything that you need to get to
But
move the way you're supposed to move.
but let me say this. I want all the smoke. First of all, before you can move, you know what I mean? Before you can move on any progress, the first thing, and this is what brought my antennas, that raised my antennas up on Grandmaster J. Let's see if we can get Delta in here right after you. Um,
Well, I
that
want to talk to Brother Delta though. You don't got to do them after me.
let me,
You could do them right now.
yeah. I'm see if he's gonna hit the link. He's in the chat right now. But I gotta talk to you, brother. We've been following this, and we've been really dissecting this, you know. But before you can move on any progress of any sort as a group, hold up. One thing we got Grandmaster J talking.
You got them in here too.
Hold up. 1 second, brother. He said 14,000 people applied when he dropped the age.
Yeah, but 14,000 people didn't show up.
I can't really turn it up because the feed is too far away from him. Can y'all hear?
Nah, I can barely hear it.
He keep calling. I want to know what is a formation.
You want to know what a formation is?
What exactly is a formation? Because this ain't no formation, brother.
Well,
Maybe you can break down for us what exactly is a formation. What is the requirements for something to be a formation, brother?
well, a real formation, if you want to talk about, it's like Kim Jong Un and them, how they do in their country when they show their military strength with their powers with the weapons that they have and stuff like that. In the militia world, it doesn't exist.
Okay. So a formation is when you bring your army or your military and you form in public
A show.
to display uh, your dominance or your ability in numbers or something like that.
Yeah, like Kim Jong Un, how he be showing the missiles that he be building,
Yeah.
and he shows military stomping like so hard they look like they're gonna knock their knees out they out
Yeah,
their
yeah,
legs.
yeah, yeah.
That's a formation as in the military formation, not as in the militia, because 9 times out of 10, most militias are secretive. You know what I'm saying? They don't show what they're doing unless you're doing. Okay, people don't understand the difference between militia and patriot militia.
Right.
One extremity identity, which is NFAC, and then you have patriot, which is angry Viking, the 3%ers and them. You know what I'm saying? One will be considered okay because they represent the government and what the government believes in and blah blah blah, and one will be considered a terrorist group because they do an identity extremist. You get what I'm saying? Under federal, I'm talking about under federal laws. You know what I mean? So you got to be careful on what you call yourself or how you want to move yourself because that's how they'll categorize you. You got to be careful. Move yourself because that's how they'll categorize you.
Okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? I can't sit there and say, oh, That's why I like the Black Panther Party. That's why they get so much heat from the government. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Because it's the Black Panther. You see what I'm saying? And then, in fact, uh, not fucking around coalition, but the way he talks is with an agenda, which under federal guidelines will fall under that stature of you're an extremist. You know what I'm saying? With the way that he talks, so you got to be careful on when you put information on social media because social media could get you jammed up. You know what I mean? Uh, you got to watch out what you say, how you say it, and what you're doing because if they feel like you're doing something against them, they can lock you up for as long as they want. You know what I'm saying? And there ain't nothing nobody can do about it.
Right.
That's
Right.
why I send you the pictures. See, that's why I send you the pictures, and you be like, "Oh, this dude wild. Send me these pictures." But I send you the pictures because that's stuff that I can't put on social media.
Absolutely. So 1 second. The sound still low on so hold on. Man,
Yo, Grandmaster Jay don't got it streaming on his channel.
nah, he claimed that they took it they something or they took it down or something like I'm not sure. I'm not sure what was the reason. But at this point, I ain't even interested. I'm really interested into what the comments from the viewers think. You know what I'm saying? That's what
Yeah.
I'm really interested in.
Well, I just hope. I know,
Because
man. People
I
want
say this,
people.
bro. What I gather from the beginning, from the time I've been covering this, I mean, I proved my point. You understand what I'm saying?
Of
My
course,
point is
ten
proven.
times, ten folds, ten
Yeah, my
folds.
point is proven. So at this point, I don't necessarily need to go any further. But now, what I would do is I would accept interviews and commentary for the next week. And then, I know after November, I'm going to be done with it for good because I believe this is connected to Trump and, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I
I
think.
do I know how it's connected? No. Do I know what the total objective is? No. But I do believe that it's connected to Trump. And at
I,
some
I,
point,
I
we
could be
will know
wrong.
the reason later. You know what I'm saying?
I,
We'll
yeah,
know.
I could be wrong, but like Cryptonomics said, you know what I mean? He made a lot of sense with that. But also, I could believe that he's taking the law-abiding citizen brother that really want to do something for his people and get him that tag on him. You know what I'm saying? That's what I
Yeah,
believe.
absolutely. And all of that works. I think it's like for real. When you have things like this, like first of all, we got history, to really measure things against. You know what I mean? That's one thing we got in our favor is we can measure experience in life against history. And so
Yeah,
when you look at how COINTELPRO, when you looked at how um, infiltration happened, you know what I'm saying? That it was multifaceted. It just wasn't for one objective. You see what I'm saying? On
yeah.
one end, it was to just keep an eye. On another end, it was to control. On another end, it was to bring back intel. On another end, and that intel could be used for future endeavors of disqualifying, controlling, or dismantling. And then on another end, it was total dismantle. So it's always something more than just one thing. You feel
Well,
me?
yeah. It's like the Snowden effect. You know what I'm saying? When Snowden
Right.
came out, you know what I mean? What what people got to understand that if you do anything against the powers that be, you're gonna get jammed up in the mix.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Appreciate you, Celia Fit. Hold on 1 second. I want all the smoke. We got Brandon here. Maybe Brandon can give us some understanding. and add to what the understanding that we have. What do you think about all this, Brandon?
Have you been watching since the beginning?
Yeah, I actually I think if you will go back to my channel from the beginning, I think I'm probably one of the first handful people that has been covering this.
I just wanted to point out I heard you talking about the formation thing, and I think that's just him using some lingo, because I mean, formation, we would use that for, whatever, depending on what your job was. It could be just showing up to take accountability, type thing. So, he's just using slang, I think, is how he's using that. But
Right.
it just exactly what I just like the incident that happened when they were heading to the park perfectly showed what I was kind of trying to illuminate. Is you saw them all, no one had any idea how to react. They all just stand around. No one actually went towards the threat or tried to identify the threat. They just stood there, and then Jam Master Jay's freaking security detail leaves him like there, who knows where, and he's standing alone trying to be the tough guy. So, like, obviously the security detail has no idea what they're doing because they leave the asset in the front alone. And then, another thing for you guys is, I don't know, I picked up on how buddy he was with those cops out in front. And then my favorite part is, he's out there giving them the thumbs up, being best friends, and they're very cordial with each other. And then he's up on stage with the bullhorn talking about, hey, police, you need to stop killing. The man's is clown. He's just a clown.
Yeah, and it's unbelievable how, unfortunately, how people overlook these small little obvious things. They're very obvious. Like it stick out like a sore thumb. Like 1 minute, let me say this, Brandon. I know you of European descent of some sort, but let me tell you something about the struggle on our side of the fence.
Yes, sir.
The true struggle on our side of the fence, Brandon, man, it's one of those struggles where it has been to the point the white man is the devil. Excuse my expression, but the hunky, and I mean, it just went crazy at some point in time. You see what I'm saying? And when you look at, and I don't agree with a lot of that rhetoric. That's just not my style. You know what I'm saying? But I understand the frustration. I understand the anger. I understand all of that, the hostility, all of that.
Yes.
See, because I'm in my 40s, and just to see all of this, the Reginald Denny thing with what's his name? Remember the brother in California that got beat up real bad?
The riots, Rodney King.
There we go, the riots. You know what I mean? When you look at all of this type of aggression, when people got on the camera, it was like, I mean, they were just turned all the way up. And then you see a guy saying that he is not effing around. And then the first thing he do is F around.
Fuck around. That's what I've been laughing. I've been wanting to make T-shirts the whole time of start the FAC. But no, I guess I grew up with like one of very few Europeans in my school. So like I learned from very young age, the best way is just to be yourself. I'm not trying to jump on like the sympathizer train or, tell people what they want to hear. But, some of my best friends, and I don't know, color that's never been a factor. And I don't know, I think a lot more people are like that. And unfortunately the media has created this situation. But
hey, Brandon, can I stop you for a second?
Yes, sir.
Do you know, do people know that Europeans that come from Europe don't even like Caucasians in the United States?
Oh yeah, and the last thing I care about is any of that bullshit.
People don't understand that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's more than just colorism, man. It's more than just colorism. Yeah. It's a system.
Yep, exactly. It's a division. How do we maintain control? We make these people hate each other, and now we can kind of divide the people into this sex. And now we've got, going overseas taught me a lot about that. And then just being American, people don't like that. You don't have to be a color. You can just be American. Yep.
Absolutely. And that's just what it is. And so, Brandon, I'm glad that you called in because, man, in reality, I think what was just said is that, as long as people can be at each other's throat and at each other at all angles. You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
it's easy for a guy like Grant. Is it racism in America? Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Systematic racism, of course. But my thing is this, and I say this in front Brandon, and I say this in front Raheem. It doesn't make a difference to me. I'm gonna tell you the fact of the matter. When a person start invoking the race card in 2020, you better beware. I'm telling you. In 2020, when people start talking about the white police and and these white people and the what do you use the term, the Edomites, and when you start doing that, you better be careful, because I'm gonna tell you, same way that a European police got shot right there in Louisville, it was a brother that got shot too. And that's the confusion that is being provoked.
It's a perfect example that he can go in 10 minutes time. That man went from like hiding behind a line of police, shaking hands, thumbs up, and then getting on stage and talking to, within minutes, talking crap and pointing out white people. And it's just, it's very clear to me what's going on. And hopefully people can see before they join again that when something happens, they have no idea what to do, and it's very unsafe.
Yeah, it's very unsafe. And I appreciate you for calling in. Anything you want to share before I let some other people up in here?
No, I just hopefully we can get back to some Jodeci Feenan and Mind is a Terrible Thing to Waste of the 90s. That's what I'm waiting out for that.
Absolutely. Appreciate you.
Have a good night.
So with that being said, family, this is my thing. You know what I mean? I don't think we should be blind as to the racism that exists. I don't believe that at all. We should never be blind to the racism that exists. And that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I want you to hear me right. What I'm saying is, the moment that one comes in and the first thing that they do is talk about this white stuff and this black stuff and this, you have to be very careful, because what they're trying to do is tug on your heartstrings. But now, should you be proud of who you are? Of course you should. Should
1,000,000%.
The threat outside of yourself and outside of your group? Of course you should. But that should not be the first observation. One of the first things that liberation is going to carry, one of the admixtures of liberation, is organization. This man came in unorganized. He came in without a plan. So that's the first thing that we should acknowledge. We shouldn't come in off emotions. Never, ever, ever let someone pull on your heartstring for your liberation.
And when Higgins was threatening, this is what he was threatening right here, bro. Hold on. See it?
Yes, sir.
That's what he was threatening. That's what he was threatening. He wasn't threatening Grandmaster Jay. He thought them Texas boys was coming, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
he thought the Texas boys was coming, bro. That's what you gotta understand. There's people out there that's really putting in work that y'all don't know behind the scenes, and a lot of people feel some type of way about it. I understand, man, where everybody coming from, how they want to move, and they want to move right now, and all that. Everything's got to be strategic. You know what I'm saying? You got to have, first of all, war costs money. You know what I mean? It's expensive. Just in gear alone, I think I got probably like about $18,000 just on gear that I wear. So just understand, it's very expensive. It's nothing cheap. Even when it comes to vehicles and all that, that stuff is not cheap. It costs a lot of money to do what you got to do out here. And people got to understand that.
Absolutely. Well, brother, we're gonna let a few other people in. I appreciate you. I'm gonna definitely hit you.
All right, my brother. I'm here.
Yes, sir.
Peace and love, everybody. Be safe.
With this stuff. Peace and love. Let me get my brother OG up in here.
What up, brother? What's going on, brother?
Brother, peace, family. I've been so busy, brother. But
man, I understand. I understand how it go.
This story, but brother, here we go, brother. Go ahead, take it away. I'm gonna
let you take
it away.
Now, I didn't catch what went on today, but the last few things that I did see was, his little speech before he talked to Higgins and afterwards. Um, at this point, I mean, we already know at this point he's just a joke. But at this point, I'm really starting to be really concerned about my people because he is definitely uh, leading them somewhere that they don't want to be. Um, I'm noticing that I don't know if anybody caught his little speech before he talked to the congressman, and I was just really peeping that whole thing, that his little live that he was doing, and just I'm like you were saying, everything just sticks out like a sore thumb at this point. He's using words like these planting seeds words like historic, and we're about to make history, and solidarity, and all of this crazy stuff. I'm just trying to figure out why his energy ain't the same as when he started to now, because now this kumbaya now.
Oh yeah.
If you really pay attention, how they say it in the music industry, we just watched him cross over. He just crossed over. I mean, he's talking about, yeah, we can be hand in hand in solidarity, and we can trade off in some symbolic history. Like, these are the words that he's using. He's like, we're not barbarics. Barbarians can't be talked to. They can't be reasoned with. They can't be compromised, empathized, and sympathized. And I'm like, dude, you're straight up quoting the Terminator right now.
Hey, bro,
This
I've said before, he think that quote unquote black people are stupid.
he
I
really
said it
does.
before. I said it before. This is why he feels so comfortable to talk ignorant motherfucker and
Mm-hmm.
but on the phone with
Mm-hmm.
Clay Higgins, he
Oh
talk
my God.
he talk like he's been to a few speech classes to learn how to speak English.
Yeah. Did you see how much his eyes was blinking when he was on the phone with him? I
Yeah,
mean, dude, how many times you got to blink your eyes? And I'm really starting to believe that this whole Higgins thing, I just think it was a script from the beginning
bro,
to end.
I said it at the end of the show. I said this was all a part of the
Yeah,
script. And
I,
the reason
I, I believe
why
that.
I say it was a part of the script. Listen, this government plays a lot of games. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they
Mm-hmm.
will cross over in a minute. And this is why I tell people that I don't know the end game. I really don't. Don't ask
No,
me the end game. I can only say that everything that he's displaying is suspect, and it just doesn't fit in the form of liberation. It just
exactly.
doesn't fit.
And this is why I'm so concerned about our people right now, because I just still can't believe that people are really not seeing it. And when they do see it, it's going to be too late. Now, I don't know the end game either, but I'm really starting to believe the end game don't have nothing to do with him. He's just a distraction. Why the he's the distraction on the left while they doing what they really want to do on the right. And when they done with him, he's going to be done with. You know what I mean? I seen a little bit. I think I seen about 5 minutes a day, and whatever he was doing, and he was like, "Hey, you, I want you out of my formation." Dude, that's probably going to be the one that take you out. You keep talking to people like this. I just, me and you had a conversation, and I'm really starting to feel that way. Like, yo, I want to look you in your face at this point, yo,
Hey,
because this
bro,
is like
bro,
this is getting
hey, bro,
ridiculous.
bro. Let me tell you, I'm, I'm so. I'm gonna say this to everybody in here right now. How many people out of the 407 people, 409 people support Morris World TV? Can you press one? Please press one. Because OG, Kitch,
Yo,
I'm to this point what you about to say. But we're gonna see how many people truly support Morris World TV. We have a bunch of ones in there.
okay, cool.
Family.
Charter
I'm gonna give
bus.
Let me explain something to you. Now, since we got all the ones in there, if I put up, and I mean this, I put this on everything I love. If I put up a way that we can show financial support so we can get myself, Kitch, and a whole host of others. All we need is about 10. 20.
For real.
We want to confront this head on.
Yeah, this is it's like really starting like before. Bro, it was it's getting up under my skin now.
You know what I'm saying? Because now the lies has gotten to the point where he, you know what I'm saying, is misleading the people right in front of their face.
And he's so arrogant about it, man. That's what bothers me. You ain't built like that, bruh. I know you not built like that.
So here get the real supporters right here. So family, I'm going to let my brother Kitch talk. And what I'm gonna say is on Sunday, we're gonna create some type of fun. I don't care what it is. We're going to create two things. We're going to create an alliance, email, and then we're going to create some sort of GoFundMe or whatever that anybody wants to support. I'm not begging. Let's be clear. I'm not begging. What I'm saying is that somebody got to address this.
Yeah, for real.
Somebody got to address this before our young boys and our young girls get caught up into this dragnet. Somebody got to address this. Somebody got to ready to step up and have a conversation.
Yo, it's really starting to get up under my skin. I don't know if, I mean, he's always been arrogant. It's just, I don't know, man. I can't even explain it.
Bill say, I totally disagree with you and the people you got to regurgitate. I don't know what that means. If the primary objective isn't reached, one thing positive, it needs to be reached, unity on some levels. We are not going to unify with the devil. It's not what we're going to do.
And he's not reaching any, I just don't get it. I can't say one thing that he has done. Not one.
My thing is this. Our message would have to be louder. And the message is we need to pull the finances to get these young brothers in schools. We need to get these we need to get these young sisters into some training.
Right.
We need to organize ourselves locally so we can put them through a tunnel of success. In other words, you come out of the darkness and you come into the light.
Hey, when one eat, we all eat.
We need to,
you know what I mean?
Man, listen. This is not an overnight fix. This didn't happen overnight.
No, it sure enough didn't.
Overnight. And because I'm talking about, you know what I mean? Because I'm talking about what really need to be done. This is why I don't put my program or my plan or the plan on social media. Because the moment that you put it on social media, you're going to hear people like Grandmaster Jay regurgitating the plan.
Right. And let me make myself clear. Whoever said that, this ain't about no physical. We trying to run up on them. I need to look you in your face and tell me what is your plan. What is your plan? What is your motive?
Cut you off, brother. Brother, I want you to pound that point home because this ain't about the killer gorilla stuff. This ain't that.
I mean, that just makes us just as worse as him.
Absolutely.
My thing is, I want to look you in your face, man to man. What is your objective? What do you plan to gain? What is your 4C plan? Like, lay it out for me. What is your objective to what you're trying to do? Because all I see you doing right now is being everywhere where you're not needed. You go into these places under these threats that nobody ever heard of, and I haven't seen one thing significant that I can say, okay, well, at least you done this. I can't say that because I see nothing that you have done. Shoot, I can go outside and get my neighbors and we can march around the corner. Then we just did what you did. What is your plan? And if you can't look me in my face and tell me that you have a plan, then you just pretty much solidify what everybody on this show thinks about you. You're a fraud.
Absolutely. And if anybody keep asking what our plan is, don't worry about it. You can learn the plan, but however, you won't be learning it on social media. We're just not going to do that. We just not.
And nobody shouldn't even want to learn nothing on social media, because where's the solidified situation in that? Like, what is? Look, I'm gonna put it like this: those who need to know, and when it's time for you to know, you will know. It's that simple.
Yes.
It's that simple. People think just be. I don't know why people. Well, obviously they Grandmaster Jay people who always think we're bashing him, and I'm not bashing him. I can't have any emotion for somebody I don't know. I don't know this brother, but what I do know is you're misleading people. You can't sit up here and be talking all this rah 1 second, and now that you done went to Lafayette, I mean, dude, it's like the olive branch, kumbaya. We won it, all of us, white, black. Come, you wasn't talking that in the beginning. You was talking all of this militant stuff. Now you pretty much on your knees for everybody, and your acting is so bad. Anybody with any kind of common sense can see it, and it burns my ass that my people, some of them, cannot see it. It's really getting up under my skin, bro.
Man, I feel you, bro.
If he would have went to New Orleans, I'd have went to New Orleans this weekend. It ain't like I ain't got a spot there. It ain't like my wife ain't from there. I'd have went and been like, yo, I just need to know what's your joint. Who I got to worry about? Your security? They not gonna be around. They always leaving you alone any damn way. Come on, man. I just want to know what your plan is,
bro.
Because right now you look a real suspect.
A real conversation. You know what I mean? And I don't even really feel comfortable with saying this on YouTube, but it's getting to that point now that we need to have a real conversation.
We do.
This doesn't make sense. And people may say to myself, to you, well, what do you got to do with it? You know what I mean? Won't you just do your thing? Well, when you're taking the lives out of our community and put them into an inferno, then it's our responsibility as elders or big brothers in the community to address it. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. It's up to us to address it.
Exactly.
And if we don't address it, then we are culpable. We might as well be a part of it.
How do you know that it's not somebody that you know that's following this man and believing in what he's saying? Somebody close to you. I don't know that, but I'm not going to take that chance. And I do my part. Every time I wake up, my boys don't have nothing. I see what you fella understand. I got 2 boys of my own, young black men, 1 8, 126. And I will be damned if I let them fall for this kind of crap. But if this what they have, then it's easy. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I always tell people this. This is why I do my nonprofit for the kids. I teach the kids how to cook. Once the streets or some ill will manipulator get these youngins, it's hard as hell to get them back. Now you might want to go ahead and lose yours to this foolishness. but I'm not going to lose mine to nobody's foolishness. And like I said, for all those who I'm a hater, whatever, can't hate somebody you don't know, but still, in the fact, I don't want to get physical with this man. All I want to know is sit down with me, look me in my face, and tell me that, make me believe that you're legit. I think that's really hard to do, but try to make me believe that you're legit.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Because
And
right now, you looking like you making Chris Rock look like a great actor right now because he's the worst actor in the world, and you worse than him. You're not even believable. Come on, man. You sitting up here using all of these togetherness words with the councilman. Oh, we can work together and unify. And dude, you wasn't talking like that before. Come on, man. You went from like eating nails, and now you eating graham crackers. What we doing here? What side of the fence you want to be on? You can't burn two ends of the candle at the same time, because the people that's going to get hurt are the ones in the middle, in which you're not going to be there for. Just like he said, everyone that's in the NFAC, I'm responsible for, and their lives are in my hand. How is that possible when your waivers say I don't have nothing to do with your life? Which one is it? It can't be both. You sign that waiver, you giving up all rights to everything, but yet every last member, I'm responsible for their lives. Bull crap, bro. Come on, man. Now I'm pissed off because he's making it seem like, yo, these people are so ignorant. I can feed them anything and they'll fall for it. What's making me mad is there's people out there that's actually falling for it. Oh, I'm seeing videos like, yeah, the congressman called him, and now, yeah, he didn't want no smoke with Grandmaster Jay. No, it's the other way around. I believe this phone call was this phone call was going to take place months ago when the threat was first made, because it was all planned to make the threat. So I can say, I demand an apology. Dude, it wasn't because, yo, he feared Grandmaster Jay or anything like that. He's a sitting congressman. He ain't had no choice but to apologize. Let's be real. He ain't
absolutely.
had no choice.
That, I mean, come on, that's the political thing to do. Like he got into his feelings and emotions, and he talked crazy, and so he had to pull back, man. I mean, even although the so-called black vote is not going to be a factor in him winning or losing,
Right.
because his votes most likely comes from his European constituents. So that's not the factor. However, it
Exactly.
just doesn't come down or go down good. You know what I mean? When you're talking about the political process. So what I did was that quick, I created a GoFundMe. It's called The Alliance. And we're just going to begin to promote it. And I quickly did it because I'm fed up, family. I'm fed up, man. I think that it's time to interface. So one thing that I always say, and let my brother Todd Street in also. One thing that I always say, and I've been saying this for quite some time. It's one thing to have a YouTube show, but it's a whole nother thing to understand that I'm a real guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real guy with real I'm a real guy with real ambitions to free my people. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. And this ain't no joke. It's not a joke to me. It's not a joke to me. Like, I'm ready to pull out. If I'm telling you, if I could afford to get 10 people on a plane and get out there, I'm telling you, I'll be there.
But we can get a charter bus, man. We can get a charter bus
Charter bus,
and
whatever. If I
and,
could
and
afford,
roll.
I'm telling you, I would be there. And I'm telling you, I can't talk this on social media, family. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't.
No, no. Yeah. Everything is
That being
for you.
said,
You know what it is.
we got Todd Street in the building. Uh, Talk to me, brother. What's happening, brother? This is sad.
Man,
This is a sad
peace
day
to the
for
family.
liberation.
Hey, look, man. So I'm in the kitchen helping my daughter with her homework, making dinner earlier in the day, and I get a notification. I totally forgot this clown was supposed to be out there today, right? And I click on, and he walking around talking crazy. He got these fake soldiers around him, man. not even knowing how to man a post and stand in position. Like, listen, man, we got to stop. Our people really, really got to stop, man. Like, we got to stop doing the foolery, man. Like, when do it end? The reason I start coming on here, dialoguing live, man, is because it's really refreshing to engage with critical thinkers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thank you,
but we
bro.
gotta start practicing critical thinking skills, man. They start teaching our kids this in the 1st grade, 2nd grade, kindergarten, preschool. And here we get grown and we don't use critical thinking skills, man. What black man you know can talk to the cracker in a position of power? Say whatever you want and turn around there on your coach. Quit playing, man. That's just not how this works. Everything he did goes against the fundamentals of military practice, the fundamentals of politics, the fundamentals of nationalism, the fundamentals of leadership. And then like OG say, man, he extra arrogant with it, man. Like, how's that what you choose to follow? But I say this, for real, show us how sick our people really are, fam.
Huh.
That show us how deep that rabbit hole goes when it comes to our pain and suffering. Like,
Absolutely.
it pissed me off, but at the same time, my heart goes out because I know these people who reaching at straws is really looking for some.
Did he go out? Oh, there you go.
Guide them into the right direction. That's why I need people to come together.
Are you there? Are you breaking up, bro?
Yeah, I think he in his car, so he kind of breaking in and out. But let me. Oh, there you go.
I'm here.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you
Okay,
to
so
our brother
tighten up.
Michael Connor, who already donated into the GoFundMe. I'm serious about, and this is the thing. This is the thing, brother. Are you there, Todd Streets? You breaking up pretty good.
I'm about to go out and come.
Okay.
I'm gonna go out and
Now,
come back.
This is the thing. This is the thing. This is the thing. Family, when people was asking me, like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Believe it or not, the plan was already in the making. You know what I'm saying? It was already in the making. This is not, I can't say it enough. This is not trying to go on some adventure like Grandmaster Jay. This is really about addressing this thing head on, because it appears to me that even on social media, those who have real influence in our community, they call the conscious community, no one addressed it. That don't seem strange to you? That all of this, if anybody ever watched the conscious community of our people, you know they go back and forth just like anybody in the streets. You ever watch the conscious community, Kitch?
Yeah, I be seeing it.
They go back and forth like people in the streets.
Yo, Bill Young, please click the link, bro. You say you want to come on, please click the link.
Ask me, Bill. Let me put it back in there so he can come on in. Bill, you can come and ask me whatever you want. I can't read the comments as fast as I'm talking, and I'm trying to create a email so brothers can, and sisters as well, can come in and we can start to move on this program. You know what I mean? So
No,
hit the
let me
link.
let me. I just want to say one last thing before I jump off. I'm a little hungry, but I'm gonna still be listening. I'm still in the chat. Um, this is my thing. If you're about the people, everything you're doing is for your concern and for the black people. Today was a prime example. Everything he did today was put the spotlight on me. I don't really care about the other people. I just want y'all talking to me. I want the camera on me. Give me the bullhorn. It's me, me, me. What about the other people? So, Bill, if you can tell me one thing that he has significantly done in any of these formations, Brianna, all eyes on Bree. Remember that? Because I'm sure he done forgot about that by now. That's old news to him. Tell me one thing significantly that he has done that made a change in anything that he's talking about. Anything, just one. Is that him calling?
Nah, I don't think so. Hold up one second. Let me see. I mean, if Bill ain't gonna come on, then I'm gonna just kick him out the chat because if you are that passionate about what you're talking about, let me see if I can. Let me look at the chat real quick. But if you that
I
passionate,
didn't say he need to explain himself to me. I'm asking you, since you so much of a
yeah, my thing
Grandmaster
is, if
J
you're that
fan.
passionate, Bill, you need to come on the chat. If you're that passionate, if you feel that you got a valid position, come on the chat. This is not monumental. This is not Grandmaster J. This is none of that. This you are allowed to come here and say what you want.
Or you could take door number 2 and get the forest gone. However you want to do it. My bad, bro. I don't mean to take over like that and say that, but dude is getting on my nerve with his little comments. And obviously this is really hitting the spot with me because I don't usually,
Anybody that want to come in, anybody that want to come in, they got to hit the link. They got to hit the link. I'm not taking any phone calls because it's too much work. It's too much work. You got to hit the link. Hit the link. You don't have to turn your camera on if you're scared you're gonna lose your job or your wife might see you or people might see you. Yeah, man. Keep your camera off. That's all you got to do. Keep your camera off. You know what I mean? Don't be all messed up. Todd Streets back in the building. What's up, big bro?
Yeah, man, I ain't gone far. Look,
Excellent,
man.
excellent,
You know
excellent.
what? For real, you taking the right direction in terms of the conversation because it's gonna be a lot of naysayers because they feel like this platform is naysaying to a
Yeah,
just cause. But they got to understand this is not a just cause. Idealistically, it's a good idea, but fundamentally, it's being utilized improperly as far as our benefit is concerned. It's serving its greater purpose, which is to suck these hotheads in and round them up and put them away. You gonna always be on the radar. Like people be thinking that Big Brother don't be watching, man. He be watching. He be watching. Like
look, let me say
I
this.
don't. I can't say enough, bro. Like what we do. Like it's time talking solutions, man. Period.
and,
As
and
far as
look,
we go, we gotta put solutions and make them practical.
let me say
That's
this.
it. Get these
Oh, my
solutions
bad.
and make them practical. And I know you, Taharka, you got solutions. OG got solutions. I got solutions. Plenty of sisters out here with solutions. It's about nation building, network building. What big homie Garvey say? Africa for the African at home and abroad.
Absolutely,
You got it. We got
absolutely,
to work, man.
And,
absolutely. And family,
and, and
I hope y'all coming here tomorrow. I'm trying to create an email real quick because we got 468 people in the chat. I want y'all with thumbs up so we can get the algorithms going because it's time. If he's going to use social media to mislead and misdirect our people, then it's up to us to counter that if we got a love for our people. And when and even those who are European descent, um if you choose that, if you see like reason to support something like this, it's okay to support. You ain't got to tell Uncle Bobby. Bobby gonna be good. He gonna be good. So we got King T back in the building. I hope he come respectful today, because you will get the Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
What up, King T? What up?
How you doing, man?
I'm
You
good.
know, we all
I'm
you know, we're all
because I already know we about to get booted and booted up
Hey.
here. Let's get it.
come on. Hey, you know, we grown, so everything comes with respect. You know what I mean? You know, and I appreciate you, you know what I mean? I respect you, bro, because you know, people want to hate on you because you put the light on a situation that a lot of people are ducking away from. You know what I mean? And you speak facts. You gave that man an opportunity to come on the show, open forum, right? And he didn't want to face you one-on-one. So any man that can't, like you said, right? Like this gentleman right here, right? If a man can't look at you in your eye, right? And speak to you directly,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? There's a problem with that. You know what I mean? I learned that when I was a kid. And I'm a grown man. You know what I mean? I've been a grown man since I was 12, 13 years old. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's why that's the pedigree I'm cut from. And for somebody to sit there and lead people astray, and like he said, which hit home to me when he said about the kids, right? That's wrong, bro. You know what I mean? So you come out and you say you're gonna be a militant, and you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, and everything else that you're saying, but you're not, what you say and what you do is two different things in life. You screaming at all eyes on Bree, as soon as that situation got ended, he don't even talk about that girl no more. And the reason why I come on this show, right, is people talking about the angry Viking that's supposed to come on your show, right? Talking about he's not a racist, everything else. Come on, bro. I check people out. You feel what I'm saying? I do my homework, right? He's on his show talking about Brianna's family. Brianna's family hit the lottery because that poor woman, got killed. So regardless of what you feel about that, whatever the case was, you disrespected somebody's dead family. You know what I'm saying? And for you to talk like that, whatever the case was, if that was my kid, especially if that was my daughter, hey, wherever you from, wherever you at, I'm gonna come check you out. You know what I'm saying? That's where I come from.
In today's world, we don't see racism as it really is. Racism has been codified.
Yeah.
This is why I say we got to stop looking at the color of people want to give people colors and the complexion and all. We got to stop that because codified. And even hold on one second, Brother Kurt, how you doing? It's codified. So even from the perspective of those who are working for those who have the greater agenda, they are using that codification to further the agenda. And so the intelligent person learns how to break down the codex of the whole racial disparity as well as the oppressive system.
Correct.
Or you can look at the color or the complexion of a person's skin because your own people are rocking with that codification, the language.
Yeah.
That keeps us in perpetual servitude, whether we know it or not. Listen, at the end of the day, we got little vision. Many people may don't believe in the Bible no more, but I'm going to tell you what, it's a lot of wisdom in the Bible. And it says in the Bible, the one, for the lack of vision, do my people perish. And brother, we don't even have enough vision to see that if right now, during the Freddie Gray, I'll say this, during the Freddie Gray uprising here in Baltimore, right? I was out there. I was out there in the streets. I was out there, and I'm not into tearing anything up. That's just not my style. I believe that that's goofy. I'm just not into that. However, I'm not going to stop anybody else to vent their frustrations. But I remember when I came home, it was like 9:00 at night, and I was going to go back out. I remember when I came home, and I was calling my team, and I was on the phone. I was texting, then I was on the phone, and out of nowhere, the whole cell phone stopped. The TV went off. Everything went off. What I'm telling you is that everything can be stopped at the click of a button.
Yeah.
Now, why do I say all that? I say all that to say this, that we don't have enough vision to realize that if we truly wanted to put up some resistance,
Mm-hmm.
the first thing you got to do is put up some food. You got to put up some water. You got to put up some sort of sustainability within a community setting.
That's real.
Survival skills. You have to, other than that, it's phony to me.
Yeah, it's just
To me. So you need to build on practical things before you start acting irrational,
man.
or trying to provoke people to act irrational. And I know you're not irrational because every time you talk to a European, you speak the European language.
Exactly.
You're not irrational.
Yeah.
So stop acting like you're irrational.
You know.
Stop calling your brothers and sisters mother effer. You
Mm.
would never hear me curse on this platform.
Mm-hmm.
Stop calling your brother and sisters this and talking to them with the F bomb, the MF bomb all the time. And he talks to his own people like that.
Yeah.
They should feel disrespected that he can talk to a European in one way, you know what I'm saying, but talk to his own people like they trash.
It's crazy.
As if it give him some credibility. No, your credibility comes the same way you talk to the European, talk to me, or the same way you talk to me, you talk to the European.
The same way you talk to your mom, you talk to me.
I just get ready to say the same way you want somebody to talk to your mama is the way you talk to me, because we grown.
You feel me?
You know what? Guess what though? Let me say this, OG. I don't really rock with the N-word term, but I got people that are like, man, my nigga. You see what I'm saying? Because I understand where you at. And we good. But if you don't talk like that, nah, I ain't enough.
Yeah.
So let's take a pause for the cars real quick, and let's hear out Bill Young real quick. And I'm gonna bring TT in also. So we're gonna start with Bill Young, and then we're gonna go to OG. Then we're gonna go to King T, and then myself, and then TT. So Bill Young, the floor is yours. You was on in the chat and you was letting it all out. So come on, the floor is yours, brother.
No, I don't. Well, first of all, good afternoon, black men, gentlemen. Thank you for allowing me to come on your platform. You know, my thing. I'm not an NFAC support. I'm not a hater, and I don't belong to the group. I'm black first. So regardless of whatever you're into, I can pick apart my mother. I can pick apart my grandfather. I'm not going to agree with anybody 100%. I listen to a lot of things. You know, you got Delta coming on here. Supposedly Delta is now going on Angry Vikings page. I mean, we got bigger issues, but the main component issue is if you got an issue with this man, pull him up. Try to get him on. I don't see him as a person that's he's a very polarizing figure, but I don't think that he's a specialist at this. Yes, he's made a lot of mistakes. I'm not here to rep for John Fitzgerald or Grandmaster Jay. Yeah, I mean, some of the things he said, I kind of scratched my head as well. But one thing that I do agree with that he did, he was able to get some of us to get on code, get on us to say, for people to put on their little uniform, bring a fake gun, bring a piece of gun. They came together. And that's the biggest component in our community that's missing. Right there. Now, does it need to be cleaned up? It's just like universal health care. The biggest component, they got health care. Does it need to be cleaned up? Yes. Do some changes need to be made? Yes. But the bottom line, he was able to get, what was the last formation? 3,500 people he was able to get together? Black folks? To me, that's huge. Now, you may not agree with this whole message, but tell me what's the alternative? I don't see anybody else putting black people together like that. You know, you hear, I think the MWT, you spoke to Angry Viking. I saw one of your posts before.
Yeah.
I don't see the value in that. That dude, you know, you spoke to him, and he wants to put every black person in Black Lives Matter.
I spoke to that dude.
Everybody, but see, this is my point. You can't see through him?
Of
Can
course
you
I
see through him?
Of course I see through him.
Okay, so hold on for a second. Hold on for a second.
Go ahead.
So my point is like this. I tried to get the dude on the phone. All he wants to do is argue. I said, this is a pointless conversation, Slick.
Thank you.
Hold on. You said he said, not me. He's a humanitarian. I want to make America great. I got very basic, simple questions for you and everybody else. Tell me when America was great for black people.
I'll give you the answer that Killer Mike said. Okay.
I'm done with Killer Mike, but I wouldn't even reference him. He's a co-opted nigga.
No, listen. I'm telling you what his idea. See, every man has an idea, every man has a perspective, right? You know what I mean? You can gain knowledge from every man. You know, you should never close your ears to anybody, regardless if you listen to them.
No, it's not. But see, my point is,
let me ask you a question. The answer that he gave was when they asked Candace Owens this question, right? How Killer Mike answered the question because she couldn't answer that question, right? He said it was after Reconstruction, right? When black folks was doing for themselves everything else and try to literally was owning things, whatever the case was. That's why Black Wall Street got burnt down because they hated the fact that
it was actually before Reconstruction, brother. Hold on for a second. MWT.
Hold up. Let's deal with this NFAC thing. We ain't talking about Black Wall Street.
But see, this is the problem, bro. It all ties back in. The question still remains. When was it?
Get hand, brother, because I got something to say before we get off track.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Shoot.
Let me. Let's get OG up in there real quick, and then I follow him up.
Okay. But I want to still, if you don't mind, sir, I still like to get the answer from brother with Killer Mike.
Oh yeah. Go ahead, King T. But then I want to get OG, and then I want to touch it real quick.
That's the answer I gave you. He said after Reconstruction, everything else, when black folks was literally doing for themselves.
Okay,
like
but MWT, right? give me 1 minute. The problem with that answer, sir, that's not 100% correct. We were actually doing well when we did the Reconstruction, niggas wanted. We said we wanted integration, and that's what messed up the whole thing with Reconstruction. We wanted white coochie. We wanted to be able to shop where white folks shop, and everything went to hell. We stopped valuing ourselves, but that still wasn't. That was a few of us, not all of us. So that small number of people it may have been a little bit better for us. Like how many Allen Iversons is it? How many Kobe Bryants is it? How many Oprahs is it? So that number it is not even a percentage. It's compared to 40 million people in this country. So I don't know how we can measure that. I'm talking about basic things. I'm not being killed because my tail light is blown out. Yes, Jacob Blake, that was a dumb thing he did. But here's the thing, fellas, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to none of you all. But here's the bottom line for all the people that love the police and love America. You can take the same scenario. Take this, and every crime is not 100% the same, but close enough. The same scenario, in the same town, the same way. Take out one key component, change the black person for a white person, and the outcome is 100% different.
I get all that, but I'm not gonna let that change my position. Let me get Kitchen real quick, and then I'm gonna follow up and respond to you, my brother.
Look, my thing is this. I'm all for building foundation, all of that. My thing is if he's all about black people and he wants to create this black kingdom, that's all good and fine. Now he has had the opportunity, he has been invited to come on this show. If you can work and compromise with these Europeans, why you can't sit down with everybody? Because we all bring something to the table, not just him. We can all sit down and come to a common solution. My thing is this: look me in my face and tell me what your plan is, because I have yet to hear what his main plan is, what his goal is. All I see him doing is marching.
Can I say something?
Hold on, you can come.
Let me answer what he gave me. Because I'm the one. Because I'm the one that spearheaded this conversation on my end. I agree with what you're saying, bro. But I just heard you say for the last 15 minutes that you wouldn't put your plan out on social media. From a business aspect of it, looking at it from a business and just. When you know that you have people that may not see your message 100% eye to eye, and MWT, is definitely not a fan of NFAC. You don't have to be on the live longer than 2 minutes to understand that. But I'm a person, I try to see the good in everything. What can I take out of this? What can I take from NWTV? I've learned some things from him. He had a conversation with his brother on talking about the Moors, and I can't think of the. I actually sent you a comment saying, man, I really appreciate your body of work on that podcast that you gave. But when you already know that this is a kind of adversarial situation, he may not want to engage that. I'm not here to pro NFAC. I'm just pro black people.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And my
now,
thing
what
is
I
this.
see for me, I can only speak for me.
Exactly.
For me.
And
Hold on. For me, hold on. For me, what I see him get black folks together on a big level, small level, whatever way you want to classify it for you. For me, to me, I've been working for myself the last 30 years. To me, that was huge to get people on the same accord. Now, some mistakes was made. I never heard him say that he's been doing this for 30 years and he's an expert at it. Yeah, he did some grandstanding, but anybody that's going to take on that type of role, whether I don't know if he's an agent, I don't know any of that yet. I hear what you say, and I put some own stuff together. I'm not coming back with what y'all coming back, because anything else, he put his family at risk with this. Y'all think he an agent? Hold on. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap it up now. Give me my last 3 minutes. I'm gonna wrap it up now. Give me my last 3 minutes. Y'all might think he's an agent or whatever, but he's put his family at risk.
Brother, who
And
is
the
it?
people that let me finish.
Who is it?
Just let me finish.
No. Who is this family?
Brother, let me
know
finish
nothing
for
about
3 minutes.
No. Answer that man's question. He's right
I need
though.
you to answer this question.
Yeah.
Who is his family?
Who's his family?
Where is
I
he
don't know.
from?
I mean, I'm pretty sure he didn't get here.
Everyone
pretty
got
sure
a family.
I'll answer your question.
Everyone got a family.
I will answer your question. You asked me a question. Let me answer it.
Everyone come from a family.
That's my point. Hold on,
You
bro.
hear what he said?
This is why I wouldn't come on your show. That's why I wouldn't come on your show. Because this is the way this is how you talking, man.
Yeah, can we?
You asked me a question.
Can I talk?
That's why I wouldn't come on your show.
Can I say something?
Bro, let me say this. Now that made me frustrated for a second. Because if you're gonna say someone is putting their family at risk, and you don't know who their family is, and you don't know where he's from, you don't know where he was raised, you don't know who he associated with, you cannot use that.
Does everybody know does everybody know you like that?
Who is this brother? Who is this cousin? Please don't bring that argument here.
Can I explain? Can I explain something?
That's
Do
all
you
I'm
put
saying.
your whole family on the front line?
Let me say this.
Do you put your whole family on the front line?
Let me explain something to you, sister. Let me explain something to you. Malcolm X had Betty Shabazz right beside him every step of the way. He had that girl right beside him every step of the way.
Man,
he was a truth.
Can I ask you something?
Marcus Garvey.
Can I ask you? Do you have guns?
And his wife beside him every step of the way.
Brother, you got guns?
Let me tell you. Let me explain
brother,
something.
You got guns?
Sis, I'm not telling you what I got because I don't know who you are. And so don't ask
you
me.
Want to protect your family?
Don't worry about that. Come
in these latter days, you think these white people are playing with us?
Sis,
do you think these white people are playing with us?
Sis,
do you think these white people are playing with you, sir? They're not playing with you. They're not playing with me. They're not playing with any black color person. Do you understand? You need to understand this. You spend way too much time with this. I've never seen you do any other content than this. You are too obsessed. And what you're doing is you are working yourself up, trying to convince others an illusion. Okay?
Now, this is what I'm going to do.
Ain't that the same illusion? What the fuck?
To my brother Bill, I'm going to turn your mic back on.
Black people trying to have a conversation.
Hold up.
MWT, just let me finish this. If sis dropped off, sis, you still on here? Sister,
no.
what I'm trying to say to you, man, like I said, if you allow me to finish, sir, you asked the basic question. I'm not. Nobody's doing emotion. You're the one operating from emotion.
No. Listen. I'm giving you the floor. What I'm saying is, for the
thank you. Give me the floor, but keep talking.
and then we're not going to come with unfounded nonsense that doesn't even support or we can't even stand on. So you come on, brother, and I'm coming right
Well,
behind.
I don't know who you're referring to when you never allow people to finish. You hear one word, you take off at 100 miles an hour.
Come on and finish.
Okay, thank you. If you allow me to finish. So my point is, regardless of what you and I think, I know he's ruffled because I watch all channels. I watch the top, watch the bottom, watch the left, watch the right. And regardless of what you and I think, and not taking away from your opinion of what you think, he's ruffling some feathers that them boys ain't gonna play with him. They get a chance to push his button, they're gonna push his button. And my point is, I'm listening to some cross channels, and it's ugly. He may be what everything you say he is, but he gonna have a problem, and he gonna need protection. So my point is, no, I don't know who to answer your question, because you did ask me a question. I don't know his family, just don't need to. No, you referenced Malcolm X. Malcolm X made some mistakes as well. Having his wife on the front line, I wouldn't, regardless of my financial capability or whatever, or what kind of people I got following me, I wouldn't put my family out there because they didn't sign up for that. I wouldn't put them in that. So that's a personal choice that each individual makes. That I shouldn't be measured by that. If we find out this guy's, hey, I'm gonna be the first person to say, you know what, bro, you was right. You know, I owe you an apology. But the one good thing for me, sir, with all due respect, he got black people to come together. And not only come together to wash cars, not come together to buy pizzas, not come together to watch the Dallas Cowboys and Washington Redskins, buy plane tickets that cost a lot of money to go other places and put themselves together and put themselves out there. Now, I'm pretty sure he's learning as he go. He's making mistakes. He's doing too much. Let me finish. I'm about to wrap it up, but you cut me off every time I'm about to wrap it up. My point is, I'm pretty sure he's making mistakes. Again, I don't belong to the NFAC, so we can dead that noise. I don't belong to them. I belong to black people first. So whether it's your organization, the other brother who's a chef, the other sister came, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Okay, but the bottom line is, I do see some things that's beneficial for black people, that they came together. Do we need to clean it up? Do we need to adjust it? Do he need to stop talking so much? Probably yes. A lot of things you might find out me and you agree on. I don't agree the way you're going about doing it, though. Because let's say you're wrong. Let's say you're wrong. Just throw a hypothetical out there. And you find out you're wrong. How much damage you putting the people's lives at risk as well? Because you're taking away people that might have been there. Now, I watched a couple of, I can't listen to Delta too long because he really shouldn't speak. You know, if this thing is, front line work, he should stick to that. Because he's not a person that can be out front. I can understand why Mr. Johnson pulled Delta back, because Delta seemed like he on the verge. He can go off any minute. He's not a good person to have out there in the forefront. He might say or do some things that could be a fire starter. Not beating up on Brother Delta.
Brother, I just want to catch.
But my point is, there's a lot of activities. I'm gonna cap it with this. There's a lot of activities that's going on in our community right now. You can pick any one of them. I mean, we got plenty of stuff that you can be an advocate for. There's plenty of work out there to clean up the black community. Plenty of work. Pick something.
Let me respond, brother.
Thank you.
To your first point, you say that he got us on code. The first thing that you have to understand is when you say that he got us on code, you got to ask yourself,
I'm sorry?
for what? One of the first things that you have to ask yourself is when you say that Grandmaster Jay got us on code,
ask me.
You need to return and ask yourself,
ask me.
On code for what? You know what I'm saying? No, you made the
I can answer that.
I'm going to respond. On code for what? Now, let's go back and you talk about that he brought black people together. And I want y'all to know something because I'm a realist. I am so real, that I make a lot of people angry with me that I'm this real. But I am who I am. Now, Martin Luther King brought, quote unquote, black people together. He made some progress in integrating us with the system. Right? Some people agree, some people don't agree. Nevertheless, quote unquote black on black crime is skyrocketing in 2020. But Martin Luther King brought us together. Teen pregnancy, all of that stuff that destroys a group of people continues to happen, but Martin Luther King brought us together. Move forward, the Million Man March brought millions together. Crime didn't go down. Incarceration didn't go down. So when you talk about he putting us on code and bringing us together, you need to ask for what? For what?
The purpose.
Now, just because people are coming together with automatic weapons doesn't mean that there's a solution to coming together within bringing those automatic weapons in. Some of them fake, some of them real. So now the question remains, what is the purpose? What is the reason for a Grandmaster Jay? Because clearly, he doesn't have a plan. He never had a plan. And you are just as crazy as a lunatic to think that because people come together with guns, with no plan, that that's the solution for people that have been point blank, at point blank range, killed by the police, at point blank hung by Europeans, at point, come on, man. And you think that coming together in a formation, which is really just a march, which is just a parade, is the solution for all of the problems we face? Okay, whether it be Breonna Taylor, whether it be what's the sister that got hung in the cell, got killed in the cell?
Sandra Bland.
Sandra Bland.
It's black on black crime. You see what I'm saying? Whatever it is, coming together and marching has never been the solution for us.
And that was my
podium today. He didn't mention Breonna not one time. Because it's
Never
been about Breonna. It's never been about her. You know what I'm saying? And for you to think that this is legitimate and serious, brother, you have a serious issue. And with all due respect, my brother, with all due respect, you would not let this guy come into your neighborhood without knowing who he was. But you will let him come into your living room. You will let him come into your head and convince you without even qualifying who he was. That's the deadly part about it. You know what? The people from the Tuskegee experiment will wish it was a Tahaka Bay around at that time to say, hold up, don't take the needle. Don't take the needle. All I'm saying to my people is don't take the needle. That's all I'm saying. I have just as much right as him. If he's going to recruit on social media, I have the right to say, listen, family, no, I'm 47 years old. I've been around. I know it's real. I know it's fake. I've been into this struggle movement since I was 20 years old. I know it's real. This ain't real. This is not real. And if you are even near my age or older than me, you ought to feel some type of way that you are that you can't even see through the facade. This is clearly a facade. Do you know? And I'll go with this. I'll go with this, and then I'm going to bring a few other people in. When people was truly resisting something, they were burning something down. Let's keep it a buck. When they was resisting police brutality in 1990, they was burning something down. Do we want them to burn something down? Absolutely not. When they was really resisting something, they was doing on some guerrilla warfare. Do we want that to happen today? Absolutely not. But let's stop playing and acting like that this imposter, that this faker, that this fraud is really want that smoke. He don't want that smoke. And you ought to be ashamed of yourself to think that he do want that smoke. And anybody that think that he want that smoke, you ought to be ashamed of yourself because you lived too long to be this daggone dumb. That's the fact of the matter, man. I don't worked up today.
And if he really wanted that smoke, he'd have been in Chicago a long time ago.
Man.
That's where he's needed. But he don't want to go there because they don't play. They don't care how many cops out there. If they want to get you, they go and get you. My thing is this. Go ahead.
Hey, Brother Kitch, I want to just close with this. Remember that he said that he was there to protect the protesters. That was one of the NFAC missions. How can he be protecting the protesters if the police protecting him?
Exactly. How do you go somewhere when I'm here to do this, I'm here to do that, but you already corresponding with the police? We got our route, we know what we're doing, we buddy. He thumbs up in and he acting like the police is his family. Man, that's all I'm saying.
At this point, man, I'm gonna give Bill Young a quick second to rebuttal. You know what I'm saying? But we're not gonna get up on this. And then you know what amazes me? When a brother say to me that he putting his family on the line, that really blows me away because he's not putting his family on the line. He should have a choice whether he want to be his family out front or not. The point is, we don't know who he is, whether he has a family or not. We don't know who he is.
Exactly. I ain't never heard him talk about nobody. Oh, his mama.
Legitimate. He should have that choice. He should be able to say, well, no, I'm not putting my wife in this is my mission. He should. But we don't know nothing about this guy. Nothing.
And you can't say,
is the mic turned back on yet?
You can't say, well, it is a choice if your family want to be put on the line or not. Because I'm going to tell you like this. If somebody kicking my door, my queen is most likely to grab the motherfucking yak, excuse my language. She'll grab that joint with no hesitation. Because that's her choice. Her choice is we have the same common goal to protect our youngin. That's all I care about. All I'm saying about him, what's up?
You said it, Kitch. The moment that I signed up, the more science that I follow. I ain't talking about that stuff that other people follow and people see on the internet. The moment that I signed up for the Morris Science Temple of America, and it became my heart of hearts. It became my liberation movement. I'm ready to live for it.
Exactly. And I'm dang sure ready to die for it. Because when I'm at the range, I'm not at the range like, yo, babe, I'll be back. I'm going to the range. No, she in the stall next to me.
Yeah. So
and that's how we doing it.
Let me get Bill Young in. Bill Young, let's not be long-winded because I got Travis Scott up in Travis Smith up in here. My bad, brother.
I'm about to say, you done hit the big time, brother.
Hey, Travis, I just got worked up, brother. Please don't come.
See, man. Chill out.
I keep telling you, man, stop letting people get your energy like that, man.
Man, Bill got me, man. Bill got me. But let's get Bill in so he can wrap up. Come on, Bill. And then we got to get Travis in.
Well, again, I want to thank you for allowing me to get on your platform, brother. I'm be quite honest with them. I'm a little annoyed because I can't. Here you go again. I'm trying to talk. You keep cutting me off. I don't know how you can have a discussion.
Ain't no more.
I mean, you cut my mic off, and then you putting words in my mouth I didn't say. But you say we're having a discussion. No, I mean, like I said, I mean, it's pretty much dead for me. It's I don't know the man's family. I wouldn't put my family in it. A real quick thing. A lot of things I do agree with you on some of the things that you share. I don't agree with the methods you go about sharing it. I'm not 100% bought in on that he's an agent. I'm still doing research, looking into it. I know what I'm doing and not doing, and everything for me starts right there. I can look at somebody else, but till I'm doing what I need to do, I really can't be aiming at somebody else. You know, most of these people that are involved in the NFAC are adults that are able to make clear and sound decisions for themselves. And, you know, they agree with it. You got to take the responsibility, as you said, what comes with it. You sign up for it, this is what comes with it. All I can do is say, I hope that's not the case. but I don't know where the brother is. But I don't belong to the NFAC at all. I listen to some of the things he says. It does motivate me. It does inspire me, just like some of the things you bring on, like other platforms. So I don't buy anybody 100%. So that's pretty much what I got to say, man. I can't. It's hard for me to have a conversation because there are times when I need to interject, and you got the mic cut off, and then you putting words in my mouth I didn't say. So,
but no.
To me, I don't feel we having a conversation.
Brother Bill, the only thing I'm saying is this. I get worked up too a little bit, and I gotta get myself together too. I'm still working on me too. So pardon.
Oh, everybody working on themselves. Ain't that something?
The thing is, Brother Bill, is this. The thing is this, Brother Bill. This guy has shown every sign, and maybe you haven't been following that much. But if you email me, I will send you the critical, like we just talking right now. So it appears to be that there is no receipts. But I can show anybody the critical videos that I've already done and show.
No, brother,
you know what I'm saying?
I watched your stuff that you. I saw that stuff that the folks saying, but I'm also a business owner, and I'm also dealt with people on all types of level. You get a disgruntled employee, somebody think you getting too much shine. Yes, I'd agree. He does like the camera. He's punch drunk on the camera. I would agree with that. But some of the other things he does for me outweighs that. Somebody sitting over here, 3-4 grown men sitting there grinding on him. What you doing? What you doing? What he's done, I can't say he's done anything for me, but what I did. Let me finish. You asked me a question. Will you allow me to answer, or you want to do it? What I've learned some things. I can't detail the list. Like one of the things off the top, I had no idea you couldn't. The thing about reparations. Everybody's screaming reparations, but not knowing that you have to be a country within a country. You can't just give reparations to a race. So things like that I learned. It doesn't always have to be violence, gun over.
That's not true. That's not true.
Definitely not true.
That's not true.
Okay. Well,
you didn't learn nothing. Tell me what you
learned.
A
little bit of research I've gotten to so far. That's not
true.
I can't detail. I don't have all my notes in front of me. Okay. Well, if you can show me it's not, you got time, send it to me.
No, brother. Email.
You got. Hey, I seen my email. Why are we going back and forth over that?
I will show you communities that was given compensation for violations against them. I can show you that.
But you got to be be comparing apples to apples. You can't be comparing apples to watermelons. It's the same scenarios.
Do you know that the Jewish people received reparations?
I know about them, but you talking about the Jewish? Oh my! You trying to compare it with the Jewish people got to black people? This is a dead conversation, man. Yeah, I'm aware.
Okay,
I'm aware with the Jewish guy, man. I'm aware with the Irish guy. I'm aware with the Italians guy. What are you talking about?
No. Let me ask you a question. What year was the Jewish state formed? I bet you don't know.
I have no idea when the Jewish state formed, sir. I have no idea. I have no desire to know.
What I'm trying to tell you is this: an organization can actually go to the United Nations for reparations.
Okay, but they're a formed organization. They got their paperwork and stuff together, right?
Our organization
is that correct? Right.
You said that a race of people can't file for reparations. All you need to be is an organization.
Brother, let me give you an example. When somebody says something that you may not agree with, you should ask the next question. I'm sorry, I'm not sure I fully understand what you meant. Then let the person elaborate. Then you come down with your hammer. What I'm saying is, just as black people, you have to have my understanding was you have to be a nation within a nation. Jewish people had come together as a group. They were organized, well financed, and they went and they got what was owed to them. But even the Italians didn't go that way. Italians were given
in the diaspora just like us. You have Polish Jews, and I'm talking about the European Jews. You have Polish Jews. You have Russian Jews. They were spread out in the diaspora. What are you talking about? You're not making sense, bro. They were spread out just like us, brother. What are you talking about?
Hey, it's a pleasure to
We
heart.
talking about two different things now. You talking about spread out? That's not what I'm
Hey.
talking about. They,
Hey, look.
but
Yeah, bro.
the
I'll
bottom
come back
line is
on.
they.
Hey, Mr. Young. You know what I mean? That man. You know, everybody has to take their turns in life, right?
No,
You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? And no, I appreciate you, bro. You know what I mean? That gentleman need to learn that there's other people in the room, right? So you got to let other people speak if he wants his questions answered. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna talk to. I'm gonna come back on. You know what I mean? Sometime, everything else.
Bro.
Hey, I appreciate you, bro. Hey, keep doing your thing, bro.
Hit the email, bro.
I got you, bro. Hey, you speak the truth, bro. You know what I mean? And the people get mad because the truth is what it is. The guy is selling people a dream that's not even real. You know what I'm saying? So don't get mad when people call him out. And if he's so confident of his ways, everything else, he got to sit there and give us the floor plan of what his goal is for this. You know what I mean? The formations, everything else. There's no plan to this. I don't blame the NFAC. I blame the people that sit there. He think he's the whole thing. He's one man. You know, there's other people in that formation. He needs to take advice from people. You see what I'm saying? You instead of calling other people MFs and all this other stuff, whatever. Everybody's a grown man. You ain't gonna talk to me that way. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I appreciate you, King T. And
I
somebody
appreciate you,
asked,
bro.
what do the Jewish people have to do with this? I was given an example. I don't support or endorse the Jewish struggle. I was given an example that he is following misinformation. That's all I was doing. Let me give
you're doing good. Stay up,
Look,
bro.
I feel like everybody got their own opinion. And I'm gonna just say this in closing. I feel like everybody has their own opinion. Just respect the host. If you want to say what you want to say on your show, create you a channel and say what you want to say. But just respect the host. Yeah, I mean, we like in his house. You're not going to come in somebody's house and put your feet up on the table without catching a hot one.
Literally.
And I appreciate you, OG Kitch. I know you was going to eat, brother, and I'll be calling you tomorrow brother, call me if I mess up.
I'm gonna call you, but hey, I gotta call you before the Eagles game. But if I don't hear from you, I'm definitely gonna call you.
Not the Eagles game.
Oh man, bro, Philly all day. Oh, yo, hit me up. Hey, Bay, hit me up in my text me I want all the smoke. Text me his number. He told me to tell you to text me his number.
Got you.
All right, brother. I'm gonna still be in the chat, but I'm about to go eat.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And listen, family, but y'all don't realize there's organization going on. So don't keep asking, what am I doing? I'm not going to tell you what I am doing. Don't worry about that. Hit the email and you can find out what we're doing. But
So-
what about Brother Travis? Did he get out of here? What happened?
No, I'm still here.
No, he right there.
All right, let's get Brother Travis and then let's get CP and then we're gonna get Ken Ma Hawada.
I'm gonna be real quick, man. I gotta get the kids in bed soon. The quote that you were saying earlier, "My people perish for lack of knowledge." There's some disheartening things that the brother Bill was saying in his speech. I'm just glad he getting black folks together. To you asking for what? That's a very important question. So I had to run back and look up the Patriot Act real quick. Established October 26, 2001. Let's look up what domestic terrorism is to the government. Let's get out the agent talk. Let's say he's not even working for the government. Let's get all the way out. He's a regular guy. Forget his backstory. Forget all that. Go down to section 802.5. The term domestic terrorism means activities that involve acts that are dangerous to human life, that are a violation of criminal laws and the laws of the United States, appear to be intended to intimidate or coerce a civilian population. B, to influence the policy of a government by intimidation or coercion. Now you asking for our kids, you saying this man putting his family in danger. What about our kids? I'll take them if they 18, send them to me. While you running around already made your post-terroristic threats. Now my son, daughter, then align themselves with you. Forget about the Proud Boys. Forget about what you gonna do when them feds come kick your door in? Because you aligned yourself with this man and they got no plan. Ain't said nothing, said all this wild stuff, and you ain't did your proper research because you just happy because black folks got together with guns. This ain't the 60s. We ain't the Panthers. The rules have changed. The rules of engagement have changed. And he hasn't adapted to the times. Being on social media, being wild with it, reckless with it, playing with people's emotions because they are genuinely upset. But I'm going to tell you like this. I've never served in the military, but I will say this. I do have experience with firearms. You're not going to put somebody next to me that just sent the email that never shot a gun in their life on some formation and people start shooting out there. Nah, bro, I'm not with that. There's no plan. There's no process. I'm sure that the other militias vet their members thoroughly before they let. It's more than an email. I just don't like how he's moving. It's very dangerous, whether he's genuine or not. The way you are moving is reckless. You're playing off our emotions, and it can have tremendous repercussions if not handled and reeled in the proper way. And it's getting to the boiling over point. Something's gonna happen, and it's gonna be past the point of no return, and that's what I'm afraid of. But to say I'm just happy to see black folks together, man, for what? For what? What's the purpose? There has to be a purpose, not just to get together. That's what gets us in trouble anyway. We just gather to get already mobbed. There's 5 of us together. What happened? Police roll up. What you doing? Where you going? Where you at? Wait, can I see your ID? If you ain't got no plan course of action, I ain't talking about just meeting up with politicians saying we're gonna walk down this street and we're gonna go down this street and then we get the photo out and we talk to the press. All right, we on to the next city. Why them folks gotta deal with the aftermath of what you left?
Exactly.
That ain't how we move.
And I want the people know in the chat that we do have a hacker in here. We do have a hacker in here. His name is I just screenshotted it. I'm trying to screenshot it just to make y'all aware. We get hackers in this demonstration like crazy. It went up the screen too fast. But with that being said, bro, you right on point. And this is what I'm saying. I know I'm passionate about the way that I deliver the message. I am. I really am. And I've always been like that. It's not for a YouTube show. It's just who I am as a person. I'm real passionate about my people. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is this. Because I'm so passionate, it can come off as emotionalism. You know what I mean? When I get worked up. But my thing is this. I just need people to answer critical questions. And one of the critical questions that I ask before I pass it to my brother CP is, if someone showed up in your neighborhood and claim to ready to rep with you and for you, what would you do? What would be your response? On a microcosmic level, what would be your response? Now, once you get to know, your response should, who are you? That's what your response should be. Who are you? Once you get to know the individual to a degree, now you want to see what his associations are. What's your interest of coming over here and no one knows you? So on a macro level, no one knows Grandmaster Jay is one of the biggest red flags that we ever can find. That should be reported. That should be important to us. And when that's not important to us, that means that we are lost soul. We are lost. We have lost the soul of our people because now we don't even care. You see, when you look at the history and you look at Marcus Garvey came from Jamaica, right, to the Americas. And when Marcus Garvey came here, you might say, well, nobody knew Marcus Garvey. In fact, Marcus Garvey had a track record in Jamaica before he came here. He actually published a newspaper that could track everything that he was doing for the liberation of people in Jamaica. And then when he came here, he just didn't rise to stardom. He actually had a ground game in Harlem for at least 5 to 6 years before he even hit the radar of being somebody.
Hey.
Then he had a track record in the neighborhood. This guy has nothing. So anybody that challenged me, only thing I'm saying is, has he reconciled the lies that he told in the past? And what is his track record of the past that can solidify his fight for our freedom? Now, last but not least, and then this is it. Has he even tried his freedom fight in his own community? And what is his community?
No redemption without reconciliation.
Yeah, the community is his people. I mean, you got to realize. Yeah, the community is his people, brother. We the community.
Okay, brother. No, I want to get more specific, not general, specific.
Well, you got to think about it. You said he had.
You said he didn't have a track record. You said he ran for the presidency. You said he ran for the presidency, and he was a DJ.
Brother, have you seen my video why I say he's an agent?
I don't.
There's 4 levels that I broke down. On every step of the way, there's 4 levels. That being a DJ was about corporate espionage. Corporate espionage, you got to understand, and you might say, what are you talking about now? Corporate espionage was this. Beams was bringing in a product, and what they were trying to do is to put Serato on the back burner and introduce Beams. It's kind of like hip hop and rap. What happened is when the Jews took over the rap music, right? What they did was they took a form of hip hop, which was gangster hip hop, and they pushed that more, and then they pushed the conscious, what we call conscious hip hop.
Exactly.
That happened in the 90s. What I'm telling you is that's called corporate espionage to a degree. Now, what Beams was trying to do was the same thing. It didn't work because real DJs discovered Grandmaster. He was telling people that his mentor was Grandmaster Flash. Grandmaster Flash say, I don't know.
But you say he ain't got a track record. People obviously know who he is.
The track record that I'm speaking of, a legitimate track record that says that he is legitimate. He had a track record of being one who is infiltrating something.
Okay, I got you. Let's just move on to the point about what he's doing now. He trying to get something done.
No.
He's a walking database.
No, you can't judge a man. That's what's wrong with y'all. You can't sit up and judge another man. Who are you to judge somebody? You not nobody to judge nobody else, man. And he got to be doing something right.
I don't believe in that thought.
Because one thing about it, the Most High got control out of no matter what we said, the Most High got the ultimate control.
Absolutely.
So no matter what we talking about, obviously everything happens for a reason. Ain't nothing happening right now that's not for a reason. Not this show, not me being on here, not us talking, not what he just did down there. Everything happens for a reason.
I agree.
So the Most High got some kind of plan going on, just like he got for all of us.
Absolutely. We could have said that when there was chains around our neck and we was dragging from
it's a plan. It's our fault that we was in that position.
No. What I'm saying is that's a good observation, but now let's deal with logic. His track record, every step of the way illegitimizes him as a leader.
It might, but he trying and he doing it, and he's a leader. Somebody believe in it.
Yes, and there's nothing wrong with that. Somebody believed in Jim Jones too.
And a lot of different things. But see, this is for our people. He talk about a lot of things that I can relate to because it's coming from the Most High, almost the most. I ain't saying everything he's saying is right, but he's dealing with the Most High. And when you deal with the Most High, and I can get some understanding about that, I think that is some good about that. You feel me?
Let me ask you a question. Do you know who Jim Jones is?
Who is Jim Jones?
Oh my God.
So listen, Jim Jones was a preacher, right? He was very charismatic. He was very, very charismatic.
Hey, the truth is if I got discernment, brother, so the truth is the truth and the lie is a lie.
The truth is that people are dead now.
Let me say this. Jim Jones was a very charismatic preacher. And long story short, he had swooed the people to move to a little town in Africa.
He killed all them folks. Yeah, I saw it. I know about that. I saw that.
Listen what I'm saying. Just because someone invoked the Most High, that's one of the most used tricks amongst our people. Do you know during slavery they used Jesus and said that you put honor your master the way you honor Jesus and you will go to heaven?
But listen to what? Don't listen to. I look, brother. The thing is, you got to realize it's gonna take blood. It ain't nothing gonna come without no bloodshed, man. Like the change ain't gonna come like that. Like you think we're all peaceful and I don't know talking. None of that. It's gonna be bloodshed. You got to pick up your cross and carry it. If you gonna die for telling the truth.
Hey, brother,
people died for telling the truth, man.
Grand
That's what you gotta
Rapids
expect from the truth.
not going to do any bloodshed. You don't call the police and set up an organized march to liberate people. It don't
Brother,
work
it's
like
steps.
that.
It's a process. You can't. It's a
No,
process you do, brother.
that's
It's a
not a
process that you
process.
gotta. And he did it. He did it without. He did it. They said he wasn't gonna do it. He did it anyway.
Let me tell you something. No, he did it because he called them and got permission. The
He called and
Palestinians
got permission.
West Bank. Let me tell you something. In the West Banks, the Palestinians that are fighting the Jews and have been fighting the Jews for
Them fake Jews. We the real Israelites. That's a lie. And so you believe them real Jews? Is them the people of the book?
No, they're European Jews. I call them Jews so we can identify what we're talking about. What I'm saying. The Palestinians that have been up against the oppressive European Jew since the 1940s, since they dropped in on their land and took the Gaza Strip from them, right? They did not call them to protest. They don't call them to set up barriers. They don't call them.
But we not them. We not them. We not them, brother. We not them. We not them.
Can I step in real quick before I gotta?
Yeah, we're not them.
I'm gonna say something real quick.
Travis, and then we
I'm gonna say something real quick. We definitely not them. And Harriet Tubman didn't do that neither. Neither did Nat Turner. Neither any of our ancestors. They didn't. You don't do that. That's not how you move. You don't play by their rule. If you're gonna do something, you move. Somebody wanna do harm.
So y'all saying he playing by his rules?
Let me finish. I'm gonna get out of here. All I'm gonna say is dealing with him. You setting up your own FBI profile. That's all I'm gonna say. If you being
on here, it's an FBI profile. Everything we do, brother.
Bro, I'll let you talk. Let me finish. Let me just say this. You send that email, you are trusting one man with your freedom. That's all I'm saying.
I trust the Most High, brother. I don't trust no man.
And that might be his plan for you, but it ain't my plan. It ain't his plan for me.
It ain't,
all right, I appreciate you letting me on.
Salute.
Yeah, good. Much love.
Hey, Travis, I hope I see you again. Hey, brother.
Yeah, brother. I ain't got nothing against you, brother, but it's the way you do it. You go about things, brother. It's like you did so hard on the man, and
man, I'm gonna stay hard on him, CP.
Man,
I'm gonna keep it on you. CP,
man, ain't nothing wrong with it, man. But it's a purpose. We all got a purpose, bro. And we just living in this time, man. This is a time that everything happening and it's happening fast. So,
hey, brother,
I appreciate you letting me get on here, bro.
What if I can prove to you? Now I prove my stuff all the time. I can prove to you without a shadow of doubt that he's an actor. I can prove to you without a shadow of doubt that he's lied. He continues to lie. I can prove to you without a shadow of doubt that he's a manipulator. I can prove to you without a shadow of doubt that he cannot defend anything that I bring to the table to show and disqualify him.
Prove it.
You follow that?
You already
Prove
did.
it. Prove it, brother. Show me, tell me, so I can.
I got more. I can send you some videos, but I do have more. I got some more stuff. I'm talking about new stuff that can show. If one that is lying and lying and lying and lying and lying, and all of a sudden they want you to strap up. I want you to too, but that's not who you should follow. Won't you start your own militia?
Look, you can't. The Most High fight my battles. He gonna fight he gonna fight this war for us. You feel me? Hey, look, that's how I feel, brother. You know what I'm saying? If you can't fight the U.S. military, you can't fight no government. How you gonna fight the government?
There you go. Now we talking.
You know what I'm saying?
Something about the Most High, brother, and you and I will agree. The Most High has given us the most miraculous organ in the universe. It's called the brain.
Exactly.
So if we depend on the Most High, depend on what the Most High has created, the brain, and use it to its fullest potential. And then when you can't use it no more, then you move to the Most High. But the Most High has already given you something that's invaluable. Brother, what I'm saying is, if a man continues to lie, that is, I don't care how many people will follow him. That is not something that a person of intelligence should follow.
I feel you. I feel what you're saying, bro.
You follow me?
Man,
I've been on here for a minute. I'm gonna have to get off here. Somebody.
Man, I appreciate you, man.
I salute you, brother CP. Peace and love. Let me
Peace
get
and
my
love, bro.
ass up here. Brother Ken, you in here, brother?
Yes, sir.
Man. I appreciate the Morris World TV audience, man. Y'all gets me. And you know what? It has become like family now. I don't even worry about if I get worked up because I'm with my family. It is what it is. What's up, Ken? Talk to me, brother.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to get on here because you were talking to Bill earlier, and it just seemed like I really wish you would have asked him, did he know about the history of the DJ stuff? Did he know about the history of the All Lives Matter stuff? Because it just doesn't seem like he was aware of all the other information that we are privy to just yet while he was making his points. Because, like you pointed out, to say that, well, at least he got us together, well, that doesn't make sense. I mean, getting us together for what is a big question. You can't get us all together just to round us up. The police get us together sometimes. They do a whole warrant roundup. So just to say somebody got you together, that's not going to be sufficient. And what is more important than that to me, though, is how they're giving him credit for, quote unquote, bringing us together as if nobody has been on the ground doing this work before JFJ came on the scene.
Ain't that sad?
Yeah, that's disrespectful to the people,
Very
to
disrespectful.
nameless people and faceless people who are doing this work tirelessly. And they will never be known who they are, but they do this work. That's disrespectful to them. They give their lives, they put their lives on the line and all that stuff. So, I think people are convoluting 2 points. Okay, there's the one issue of how should we attack this oppression or revolution or what you want to call it, and then there's the issue of is JFJ misleading his people. And so a lot of these callers, they come on here and they're very loud about the fact that we need to stand up. Well, a lot of us agree. A lot of us have been, still are. But we love our people, so we don't want them to chase the wrong person, chase the wrong area and then get caught up in snares from our enemy. And so that's what the thing is that we're trying to prevent with this JFJ thing. You can't tell. I'm not the type of person, who you're going to tell me that my leader is somebody who used to be against us. And that's the problem I have with them saying, well, at least he's doing something now. Well, a couple of years ago, he was saying all lives matter, throwing off his hoodie, his Trayvon Martin hoodie, talking about all lives matter. and only two people in the crowd who looked like us were him and the person who came with him. And so it's crazy to me that you would think. You got to understand that Moses, the person y'all call Moses, real name Mashayah, Moses was a cop killer. When the Egyptian guard was abusing his brother, what did he do to him? He killed him.
Hey, brother.
So he wasn't he wasn't no guy going around talking about some all lives matter and then making deals with the Egyptians. When he came back for the people, what he told them, give us the people or something gonna happen to you, and he backed it up.
Hey, bro,
so
that's what I'm talking about. Listen, I'm a Moorish American, right?
Right.
To the bone. And you sound like a Hebrew Israelite. To the bone. We got impractical Moorish Americans that really still in the church ran fazes. You got impractical Hebrew Israelites that still believe it from a soft perspective. I maybe still in the church too. But brother, what you just said is where the rubber meets the road. Moses was a freedom fighter.
Right.
Moses depended upon and even spoke to the Most High through the burning bush. But as a freedom fighter, he was compelled to take a real stand.
Right.
A real stand. And so I'm not trying to encourage anybody to jump out of the window with some madness or some nonsense. That's not why I'm here.
Right.
But I'm also not going to stand by while somebody else provoke our generation in this era, which is the freedom fighter generation, to jump out the window.
Right.
Not say nothing. We are in the freedom fighter generation. This is the most awareness that our people have had since the 60s. We are a different group from the 60s. We ready to get ratchet. Let's not let it be misguided. That's
Right.
my point. If somebody wants to start a militia, then you start a militia, but you guide and you take care of the people
Yeah.
that is rocking with you. You don't lie to them. You become transparent. You don't try to put yourself on a pedestal. You're equal to the people.
Right. There's a way that you have to talk to kings. You know, you don't. They're not going to allow themselves to be lied to. You know, kings and queens are not going to allow themselves to be lied to. And you mentioned the 60s. It just seems like what they're trying to do is keep us in this pattern of doing the same thing over and over again, but getting no results. You know, make us feel like we were a part of something, and they sign some laws in that really don't do anything. And then 60 years later, here we go back at this again. So that's the biggest difference with this generation. We're not trying to watch, rinse, repeat. Okay, and so that's why, and if you've been doing your homework, if you've been studying, then you know you are quite aware of these COINTELPRO type of programs. And so you know to be aware, if you're truly putting your life on the line, period, you're going to want to be aware of who you're dealing with. So, you know, if you claim, for example, person claims to want to go out there and bust some heads, right? If they claim that, that's what this person claims they want to do. They want to go bust some heads. Well, wouldn't you like to bust a head before yours get bust? I mean, we don't want to go into a situation where we're just simply dying for the cause. I mean, we're going to die anyway. We've been down to die for the cause. Dr. Khalid Muhammad said we're not ready to kill for the cause. So just going out there to get your head bust by somebody unawares that you were falling into a trap, that's not going to serve your purpose anyway, if you are one who's trying to do that. You see?
Absolutely. And like I always like to use the thing is, I'm ready to live. I ain't even use the term die. I'm ready to live.
Yeah.
You take how you want it. Yeah,
let my people live.
Yeah, and you can take how you want it. But with that being said, my brother, let me get somebody else here. It's a few more people to join.
Appreciate you.
I'm gonna be here forever, man. Good goodness. I appreciate you, my brother. Goodness. Let me get somebody else here. It's a few more people to join. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna be here forever, man. Good goodness. I appreciate you, my brother. So we got who's that? We got my brother Street. I think that's Shauna Marie. Is that you?
Shayna Marie, yes.
Shayna Marie, my apology. And Africa for African. Brother, your device is not connected. It says your guests will need to connect their mic and cam before they can be added to the stream. And that's Africa for African who's trying to get in. All right, Shannon, come on, sis. The floor is yours. Don't beat me up too bad. I ain't got no more jabs, sis. Come on.
Nah, we on the same side, brother. I want to thank all the black brothers for getting on and really like supporting what you're saying, because a lot of times our brothers be like moving funny. But the biggest thing the common thread that I think a lot of the men are saying is they're not paying attention to, he's not consistent. He's a liar. You can't go from Black Lives Matter to All Lives Matter. That tells me that you have no integrity and character. So you can't lead black people and be a black militia and we all about black people and we just love black people, but you was All Lives Matter a couple of years ago. That don't know. You're not gonna change. It's either you one way or the other. You can't serve two masters. So go ahead.
Sis, and I was gonna say, it's every year something different.
Right.
1 year he's in a scandal about saying that he's an original founder of hip hop.
Right.
From the era of the 80s.
Right.
You get caught up in that and get caught up bad. I don't know if anybody ever really followed that, but it was really bad. I mean, talking about Grandmaster Flash spoke out. I got an article from DJ Jazzy Jeff spoke out. And I'm talking about real notable names spoke out and was like, no, we don't know this guy. Why is this guy using our name? No. He got out of that. The
just
next
lying.
thing he gets into the president thing. You know what I mean? Nobody really knows him. So I believe that that was a ploy to just snatch votes, probably for somebody who knows who. I don't know. But what are you running for president? What is your platform? You look at the footage of his presidential run, like it really doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? And
It's just a liar.
yeah,
It's just like I wanted to believe he was gonna do the right thing, right? Like when he first came, we all were on board. If you love black people, you was on board. Okay, all right, let's see how this goes. After Stone Mountain, okay, that was it. You had to show your hand. Like you were not consistent. What you were saying was lying. You telling people just the simple fact you saying it's all military people. What are you lying about that for? Because that doesn't matter. Anybody can get trained. So it's just like I'm a person. I believe in honesty, and once you lie about small things, I don't trust you, and I know that you're gonna lie about big things. And then the guy was like, "Well, he's taking action. It's the only way things are gonna change is with action and bloodshed. He's taking no action. All he does is talk. There's no action."
If I can inspire people to get a plane ticket to go and march, the first thing I have to do is file for a permit. Any citizen can do it. File for a permit and say, I need 20 people to meet me there, and I need y'all to be organized first. And then I need just whoever else can show up. Just show up in black. And I can say, bring bow and arrows. And somebody would look and say, well, look, at least he's doing something. I'm not doing nothing. I went on social media. I tugged on somebody's little heartstring, and they chose to walk with me from one part of the block to the other. And then we had some speeches and went home.
Right. So that's not action. There's nothing. The people who got the action was the people who started burning stuff down after George Floyd, because the company started coming out and making all kind of voluntary changes. That's who got action. If you want to be technical.
Indeed. And like this says, I appreciate you. I'm gonna get my last two callers in.
Thank you.
Sis, you are so on point. And my thing is, I don't think that we have reached the point where we need to burn down the United States. I believe what we need is organized effort and have one person to represent the whole. And we say, this is what we need. This is what we deserve. What you're going to do.
Right. And we need to start with one thing together and stick with that one thing, because once we start saying, well, this group want this and this group want that, then we get nothing.
But you know what? If we get a unified effort to focus on, just as you said, one thing and see it through to the end. What could that one thing be? I don't know. Who knows? I don't know what that one, but one thing and see it through to completion.
And then we can build from there.
That's progress. Other than that, that's just hot air. Peace, sis. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Y'all have a blessed evening.
You do the same. With that being said, my last brother is gonna be Todd Street. So let me get the Black Patriot Troop. He in the building. Don't come for me. I'm tired, brother. I'm tired. You got your mask on. I'm tired. Bro, you got the mask all the way up, bro. They looking for you.
Hey, Trump got COVID-19.
Hey, brother, you a patriot?
Yeah. I love
Trump?
America.
You voting for Trump?
Hey, Trump got COVID-19. Yeah.
Bro, what you got to add to the show? Man. What's up, bro?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you well.
You know what? I'm going to vote for Trump this time around because, yo, this shit is like, it's echoing right now. What's going on?
No, you good. I don't know. That's on your end. You
might all right, let me take this off.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, so I'm gonna vote for Trump this time around because Joe Biden ain't got shit for us. All right.
Dang, he went all the way out.
Yeah, he
Todd,
did.
what's up, brother? Talk to me, brother. You've been waiting for a minute, bro. I
You
appreciate
know, you know what, bro? Because man, it's so many confounding thoughts and ideas around this whole situation, right? And to bring context to what I was saying earlier, man, it's kind of exposing us as a whole, right?
Absolutely. I agree.
Like the one good brother touched on something that made sense, even though the supporting context of the argument didn't make sense, which is all things happen for a reason, divinely speaking. So we at this place. So this conversation is necessary because whether dude is a agent bought and paid for, or he's a agent by default, he's a agent nonetheless because he leading people to the slaughter. We can't say this enough. From day one, his whole approach had COINTELPRO written all over it. Man. The ideal of us coming together in a military capacity, right and exact. I thought our ancestors had been told us though the revolution will not be televised, but since we in the information age, I guess it's okay to stream it, huh? Look, man, everybody keep talking about staying on code. We as a collective people cannot stay on code until we create a code. We don't have a code to stay on. The only code we have as a collective in the United States and globally even is the code that was given to us. Is they code. We keep acting like all these systems is broke. They not broke. They work the way they was designed to work. We keep begging and pleading and begging. Uh 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 please, hands up, don't shoot. Black Lives Matter. I'm not saying there's something wrong with these ideals.
Brother
Because
Todd.
there's nothing wrong.
You speak my language, brother. Keep it up.
Is nothing wrong with the ideals. But the truth of the matter is, you do not go to your oppressor and say, please take your knee off my neck. Up until this point, you haven't acted as if Black Lives Matter. So now we're pleading to you, Black Lives Matter. That's not how this works, man.
Come on, brother.
We got to get off this sucker stuff, man. First of all, I write and I perform, man. So I got some real powerful pieces I'm gonna share with you one day, bro. One piece is I wrote it revolved around code of ethics and whatnot. But the point being, man, I'm gonna always talk ethics and morals and values because we don't have them. We don't have them because we don't have culture. Some of us have culture. Some of us are connected to our culture. Some of us have picked up bits and pieces of remnants of culture that our ancestors engaged with over time. But us today, we don't have a collective culture, so we grasp at straws, man. Like, it's no surprise to me that somebody like a Grandmaster Jay can rally 1,000 people in one place at one time. That's not a lot of people when you look at the scope of the amount of people on the planet. That's not a lot of people at all. Not to mention the vast majority of our people need leadership to guide them. Like, we got to understand how this whole cosmic thing is designed, man. Everything has a purpose. We need leaders because we got followers. Everybody not meant to lead the herd. Everybody not meant to be a scholar. Everybody not meant to be an intellect. Everybody not even meant to facilitate the ideas that they come up with. Everybody, we all got to learn our strengths, man, and fall in line. But before we can do any of that, we have to create a code. And we not going to do it following nonsensory, man. You don't get up and tell your enemy, I'm about to go and stand on the corner at 2 a.m. And if you come out here while I'm out here, it's on. Where I'm from, if you tell your enemy where you gonna be, your enemy gonna pull up on you. He really gonna go set up before you get there. I mean, how we can't see what's going on, man? His speech is so inflammatory, dude. Like, you cannot be this inflammatory and this insightful to my people, because like me, I genuinely love my people, dude. And I research everything, man. I'm talking about, I'm researching Grandmaster Jay. I'm researching the people who like him, man. Ain't no sitting congressman about to sit down and talk to no militant revolutionary and tell him you can come to my house with 50 thugs and 500,000 AKs. Like, come on, man. Like, that's why that's man, come on, man. Like, man, it be so sad, but I get it, bro. Like, I get it because I understand how people wired. You know what I mean? I understand how the cosmos function. Like, all this is for a divine purpose. The purpose is to get us back closer to oneness, because we so far removed away from oneness from our inception that it's insane. And every little inkling. Go ahead, my brother.
I just wanted to add, brother, because you keep saying, and I just wanted to underscore that. We are definitely on divine time. And I'm going to tell you, this is the time where the weak die off and the strong perpetuate the gene. Because in nature, whether it's Animal Planet or whether it's human beings, when you got a cancer in the body, it's killing the body, and the body is getting weak, and the body begins to fade away. In a community of gazelles, if you will, when the lions go hunt, the weakest gazelle, the sick one, the babies that are not strong, they are the ones that are ripped to shreds by the lion. The ones that die off along the way of the migration, they can't perpetuate the strong gene, and the gene cannot live on into the next generations to come. But now let me tell you, the same thing happens with us. There is kingdoms come, kingdoms go. Some rise, some fall. We are on the rise. And what I mean, we are on divine time, we are on the rise. And for us to achieve that which was lost, the weak has got to go. And for those to follow Grandmaster Jay, you can already tell from the mental capacity in which they follow him that they are the weak. Unfortunately, and this is not no ragging on anybody, they're just the weak. They won't be able to take us over the top to where we need to go as a group of people. That's just the fact of the matter. Because if this guy can fool you that easy, that fast, there is no world that we can govern ourselves in a way that we have a moral utopia, a spiritual utopia, an economic base that does not involve greed, backstabbing, and all of the things that tear a group of people down. The weak got to go. So we definitely on divine time. I know people ain't gonna like how I said that, but divine time happens like that. Kingdoms rise, kingdom fall. The reason why most kingdoms fall is because they lose their focus on the divine. They lose the focus on the divine. Whatever we call the divine today, Allah, Jehovah, Yahushua, whatever you want to call it, they lose the focus of the divine and the destiny of the progeny, and they fall off. We about to rise, family. It may not be you or me, but our generation is about to rise, or the next one that follow us is about to rise. and it cannot carry on its back a weak group that is going to be our demise. It is what that. It is what it is. But let me get real quick. Let me get my brother. Somebody who phone is open. Let me get my brother Amarku up in here real quick.
Hey, what's up, brother? Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, my brother.
All right. Yeah, the last time I got on, I know it was kind of bad.
What you think, brother?
Brother, I have to tell you, man. You know, I'm learning a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm learning that our people are in real need of something, because I looked at the
We are in
presentation
need of
today.
something.
Agreed, but well, just let me finish. Don't do the cutoff thing, brother. I looked at what happened today. I saw so many people galvanized around what he did, and then as I listened to his speech, I heard the hurt and the pain inside our people's voices that was in the crowd. You know, the people were getting up talking about loved ones that they lost to police brutality. And so people are there with an understanding that they're going to come out against and sort of reconcile what they've experienced with police brutality. That's what I think. And then the other thing that I'm noticing is that people don't like to do their research, and people don't think critically. I think I've heard one of your guests so far talk about the CIA program, and I think the only thing I have to add to the conversation, because everybody else talks about a lot, and you do your research, you know, hands down. But I did want to just read the definition of what the FBI called Black identity extremists for your audience, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
All right. So the history of coming up with this term, what they call it now is racially motivated violent extremism.
They switched it up that fast?
Yeah. They changed it. They changed it actually I think they changed it this year, like in March or something like that. But it's this whole document that they have. The document is called the Consolidated Strategy Guide, right? And they say that Black identity extremist is the #1 threat to the United States. And their definition of a Black identity extremist is the use of force or violence in violation of criminal law in response to perceived racism and injustice in American society. Some do so in furtherance of establishing a separate Black homeland or autonomous Black social institutions, communities, or governing organizations within the USA, with the desire for physical or psychological separation, typically based on religious or political belief. And it goes on and on from there. But that's
So
exactly
the KKK
what.
can have their thing, but we can't.
No.
Wait, brother. Wait.
Come in.
This is what I'm saying. Think critically. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even attacking him. I'm not attacking the Black militia that I saw in Portland. I'm not attacking anybody, actually. I'm not criticizing the Black militia that I saw in Portland. I'm not criticizing the Black militia that we saw in Minneapolis and Minnesota. I'm not criticizing those groups. I am criticizing someone who is calling out the people who have historically fought for the liberation of our people's minds, bodies, and souls on many different fronts, and then calling us inept, and then saying, this is what we need to do. If you are not behind me, then you are not with us, and you can, or whatever he's doing in order to create this environment of separation. And then putting themselves up has the epitome and the culmination of all Black liberation movements. That's my criticism. And then what he uses is first of all, #1, he's reading from a script that's written for him. I hope everybody notices that. That's what the sunglasses is doing, and that's what he's doing. I mean, and he's not writing these scripts. It's just like a politician that doesn't write their own scripts. He has professional script writers who know exactly what to say and how to say it, and he's delivering that to you. He's delivering that to you real cold. I'm watching his game, and it's dope. That's game.
I'm gonna prove that, and I'm gonna show you. I got enough research where I'm gonna show you where he got his skill from in order to read a script and demonstrate the script. People gonna be mad at me even more when I pull this out. Probably on Monday, I probably do it because I got to teach a class tomorrow. On
Right.
Monday, I'll do it. And they can just get mad. But I'm going to show that undeniable that this guy, they want some receipts. I got you. I got you. But with that being said, brother, let's get Isaiah. I
Well,
think
yeah,
Isaiah
let me.
rock and roll. Can we get him real quick?
Yeah,
I'm in.
yeah. Go ahead.
Because I think he
Well,
wanted to respond to you. So, brother
He did.
Isaiah,
He did.
come on, brother.
yeah, I was just saying regards to the old that paper that Patriot thing you was reading, and I had questions. I just thought like, how come white people can have their thing, they have their group, but we can't?
Well, first of all, brother, let me ask you to. You got a computer like I got a computer. I'm going to tell you to go ahead and Google Consolidated Strategy Guide of the CIA. That's the first thing I'm going to tell you to do. Right? And when you do that, you're going to find that they have several different organizations on there. It doesn't matter the race. It's the theology and the ideology that guides the organization. So it's not about a race having an organization. It's really about, honestly, I have a nephew, right? My nephew at this current time, he's trying to find himself in the world. And he's asking me self-development and self-exploration type of questions. The rhetoric of a Grandmaster Jay, just like the rhetoric of another character on YouTube, Nature Boy, is the same type of rhetoric that can pull somebody in and misguide them. Now, I have love for my nephew and I have love for my sisters. If I have critique of any organization or any person, I'm going to let that critique be known, period. So I have love for my people in general. And I have a critique of something that's out there. And I have something behind this critique. And I'm going to point you to exactly everything that I see, just like this brother here. That's all. You can have what you can have. Just go about whatever move you're going to make with intelligence. The spook who sat by the door, the Battle of Algiers, the United Independent Compensatory Code System Concept Workbook for Victims of White Supremacy. Understand the game that you're playing and don't get led by emotions. Any master of martial arts will tell you, led by emotions, you're going to get defeated.
100. 100.
And also, that's what I said when I said about the whole the rioting and looting. It's not gonna solve anything.
No, that's George Soros, bro. That's George Soros and so many different other plans out here. So I agree with you. I mean, something needs to be done. I mean, no doubt he touched upon something that was in the community. You understand what I'm saying? That was a vibe that we all feel. Looking at, reviewing the audio tapes of Breonna Taylor, I mean, we all feel like something really needs to be done. But we need something that is done intelligently, where none of our people are losing their lives, because we have so many freedom fighters that are already sitting in a jail up the street that's been there for 20 years for far less. So we don't need any brothers and sisters locked up for any reason. We need more of our people on the streets to improve the lives of more of our people, that if they have that desire inside their heart. I mean, that's where I'm coming from. So, and if he's real, I hope he's real. Honestly, I want him to be real. Like I'm looking at the moves. I mean, he was with the new Black Panther Party earlier, and that's kind of, that was like, okay, that's a little validation. There's so many people that are behind him. I want it to be okay. Understand that.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to come on, because I wanted to, I hope that he's legit.
Sorry, brother, taking your spot.
I hope that he's legit, because I followed him on Instagram, so I seen everything he says, and then I felt the anger, and I felt like what he was talking about, even though I wasn't really around that long to experience racism and anything that he was saying. But I could see where he's coming from, and I could see, judging by how he looks and his age, that he's been around longer. He's seen it and he's had enough, and maybe he knows oh, this whole BLM, the protesting is this basically just begging now. We're just begging to be accepted by white folks now. Something got to be done, and hopefully down the line, maybe he does have a plan. Maybe he does, and ends up knowing what he's doing. instead of just the whole just marching with guns and shit. It doesn't seem like it's going anywhere.
And brother Isaiah, you know, to your point, that is what it appeared in the beginning. Like, I'm fed up, I'm tired of the marching. And he even says, we ain't marchers, we ain't protesters, we black militia, we're all experienced riflemen, ex-military, et cetera, et cetera. But when you pull off the cover of the rhetoric, et cetera, it's just another marching protest. If when you take everything apart, when you take the visuals away and just listen with your ears, no visuals, and just listen with your ears, it's nothing but rhetoric and commentary to appeal to an emotional people who have been oppressed for far too long. So my thing is, we don't need to waste any more time. We need people. How old are you, brother? You sound a little bit young. How old are you?
Oh, 21.
We need brothers like you not to get caught up in that and possibly get with official gun clubs if you are into that form of liberation, because we're going to need that too. But official gun clubs will not be live streaming, telling all their business on their moves, on their training. They don't, and they don't even have no training. You know what I'm saying? You follow me?
Yeah, I
Just
seen
like
it.
somebody right now in the chat said, but what are you doing besides talking? Drea, right? I will never tell you on YouTube. You can
Yeah,
stop asking.
I seen some of them on in a current video. Someone like did a live stream, but I can't remember the name. Most
You're
of
talking
them
about
look like they
locks and
looked.
loaded.
Most of them looked like they didn't even know how to hold a gun. Most of them looked like scared. They just looked scared. They looked
Right.
nervous.
Right. And so at your age, brother, one of the main reasons that I do this is because at your age, it's for brothers just like you and even my age too that want to fall into that. I would want to inspire you to join an official gun club, join an official responsible weapon organization if you're into guns, if that's what you're into. You follow me?
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, you strengthen yourself in knowledge of the Almighty, of the Creator, of the Most High, Allah, whatever you choose to, and see with the eyes of the soul, I like to call it. Because if you can see with the eyes of the soul, no one will ever be able to play you. And you can get in the fight to help our people up out of this situation, just as I am, just as Amaru is, Amaru is. We are in the fight for this.
May I interject as well?
Talking, but no, it's more going on than just talking.
May I? And it. So I'm in my late 30s. I'm in my late 30s, about to touch upon another decade. It is our responsibility, those of us that grew up in the pre-internet, pre-YouTube knowledge age, that actually sat and went to lectures and then organized in the street, passed out flyers, made calls, had meetings before we had YouTube and Zoom meetings. Those of us that grew up not didn't grow up, but that got initiated into the struggle prior to this, is really our responsibility to show the younger brothers and sisters the way. So it is our job to really come out and critique, because what's happening is because many of us in our age group, we're not as tech savvy as you all. In your age group, like you all with this internet and with all these different things you can do, you're savvy and fly. Many of us are not, and therefore some of us are able to get onto this internet and this YouTube and then start talking, because we got the game with the lip and the mouth, and then guide our people in a different direction, forgetting the work that's been done in the past. And so it's our responsibility to come to you all and just introduce you all to information you may not be aware of. And that's essentially what's going on here. is introducing you to critical information for you to think about and then make decisions upon, but also guides you to read, brother. I encourage you to read that document that the CIA put out on the internet. It was a leaked document. Read that document and then make your decision. And then go research, RICO programs, go research how the CIA will actually, if you were a drug dealer back in the 80s, early 90s, the CIA will actually give you the drugs to sell and then bust you for selling them.
Absolutely.
And you and your whole crew. And then the person who set you up disappears.
Yep.
So understand they have tactics, bro. And they're not against using them against us. I have mentors that were in the Panthers that told me that they had to take people out because they were agents. So it's real. And then the whole Garvey thing, J. Edgar Hoover started with Garvey. And so J. Edgar Hoover is the beast behind all of this in our community. So it's our responsibility to present to you all information for you to make your decisions. That's why he's going after you all, because you all, a lot of you all, I'm not going to say all of you, but you don't have the information. So and also it's a parade that gets you on the CIA watch list. So it's a more intense kind of parade.
Indeed. And let me say this before I get out of here. Oh, let me let my brother Isaiah. Isaiah, anything you want to add before we go? I'm gonna let Taj speak. Hey, brother Mark, you good, brother?
Yeah, brother. All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, like I might take a look at that document. He hung up. But I was gonna say I might take a look at the document, but that was pretty much all I was gonna say. I just wanted a better understanding of the whole Grandmaster J thing, and that's
Brother,
pretty
what
much it.
you can do, I can send you all the videos that I've done. I've done multiple videos, and I'm not just talking. Many YouTube channels, you just got people just talking. But what I've done is I picked apart every reason to give validation to my point. I've showed the inconsistencies from the time that he really came to the big stage, if you will. You know what I'm saying? The live, everything. I put everything out there, and even up until today, he went from saying we ain't talking to police, we ain't here to talk, we NFAC, we not effing around, to pulling a permit, asking for permission, being protected and guarded by the police to have a march. Now, there's nothing wrong with that from the perspective that if you and I was going to have a march, of course we pull a permit, we have a rally, and that's just what it is. But don't market ourselves like we're about to go to some ratchet level when in fact you have no intentions of going to no ratchet level. So it gives the indication that you're trying to get other people to go to a ratchet level while you say, well, no, I didn't tell them to do anything. That's what it gives. It sounds like an instigator, a provocateur. You follow me?
Yeah.
That's just what it is. But I appreciate you, my brother.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir. So I got Taj Street. He gonna close us out, and I'm gonna get out of here, brother. The floor is yours, brother. Take us out. Hold up your mic. Nothing. Listen, I don't have you muted. It's not me. Family, I've been up here for a minute, family. I'm in trouble. I think my wife texted me. She said, hold up. You ODing on this. You going crazy. I ain't playing. That's what she texted me while I was down here. I'm trying to tell you. She said, you've been on this for hours. You said you was only going to introduce the feed. Now it's 5 hours later. This is ridiculous. I'm in trouble. Mama! Hey, honey! Go say hi to the people real quick. They want to talk to you. I still can't hear you. I'm gonna see if she come down here. I can't hear you, bro. I'm waiting for you. Honey, come here. The people want to talk to you. They want to apologize for me. Come here, baby. They just kept, they wouldn't hang up. Hold up. You live, you live on Morshwell TV. These people got something to say to you. I told them that you called me, but they kept saying keep going. Can you tell them that I gotta go? Say something. Can you say something? Tell them I gotta go.
You need to come on.
Mama! I'm coming, honey. Not that for real. This is my real wife. She tired of this. Say something to him, honey.
I got things to do.
Okay, honey. This the Morshwell TV family, though. Todd Street on here. That's my man. All right, honey. I'm coming. I'll stop playing. I love you. Here you come. Hey, Todd, I can't see you, brother. Listen, family. I love y'all, family. Let me tell you something. You know what I mean? One thing about my wife, she might get frustrated, but she in the struggle too. You understand what I'm saying? She in the struggle too. She understand. My wife bona fide Moorish American. I ain't one of them guys that come up here and be like, I'm a Moorish American, and then I go home and then next thing you know, I'm with Becky. Nah, my wife bona fide. My household Moorish American. It is what it is. So I will go home. We know who wears the pants in that house. She sure knew. I ain't got no problem saying it. Beat her, mama. I ain't got no problem with saying it. Let me tell you something. Me and my wife got a good relationship. I'm trying to tell you, it's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? Y'all should catch us on Instagram. Catch us on Instagram. I mess with her all the time. You know what I mean? But she said I'm taking this stuff too far, so I'm going to let it go, family. Todd Street, I don't know what happened, bro. But you know what? At times, though, brother, this thing be messing up. You know what I mean? This thing be messing up, man. And I know what it is, them people. But we might be back tomorrow. Brother, I think, did you email me? I got you. 100. Let me, all right, that's what's up. Let me talk to my wife family. I appreciate y'all. I don't want no more trouble. I'll be real good next time. Peace and love.